ninth. All right, on the mound, it is the 22-year-old. He just turned 22 in July, Trey Yesavage. He was a first-round pick last year. His pro career started this season, 4 different levels in the minors, and then the big leagues as he debuted on September 15th. Shohei Ohtani climbs in. They don't forget here in Toronto. More on that in a moment, but we're ready to go. Yesavage fires. And the first pitch of the game misses down low, and we are underway. Will Little is our plate umpire. It's his first World Series. Mark Wegner, the crew chief, is at first. John Tumpane at second. Alan Porter at third. Yesavage is ready and fires. And that one is in for a strike. And the count 1-1 down the left field line. Adam Hammery will make the calls. Big Jordan Baker is down the right field line. Yesavage says yes. And the 1-1. Drilled foul off to the left and out of play. And you can hear this crowd chanting, "Let's go Blue Jays," immediately.
And Yesavage immediately establishing the fastball, knowing that in the back pocket he's got a devastating pitch, and it's that splitter. He also has a slider to go along with the splitter that he will throw to both righties and lefties.
Yesavage back to work here. The 1-2. Too high. And that one missed up and in as it backed Ohtani away from the plate. Shohei coming off that game 4. That may be the single greatest performance in big league history. 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, and 3 homers. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is how the 2025 World Series gets underway. Yesavage punches out Ohtani.
And you talk about the splitter making its presence, Jess. It made its presence right away. The first one he throws in the entire game. Establishing the fastball. He's going to go back in that dugout and say, "I didn't see it."
4 straight fastballs before getting to that splitter.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Yesavage fires. And that one a little bit low. Ball 1 to Mookie, who's hitting .293 in these playoffs. No homers and 6 knocked in for Mookie Betts, 33 years old. It's his 85th career postseason game. The 1-0. And that's in the dirt. Dug out by Alejandro Kirk. On the infield defensively, third to first, Clement, Jimenez, Bichette, and Guerrero. For Bo Bichette, he has not played second base since 2019. The 2-0 is cut on and missed. And he went with a 2-0 slider, and Betts was over the top of it.
And that's his equalizer. He's able to throw and land that slider for a strike early on. He'll use it often.
And the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike. And it's 2-2. Yesavage working quickly, throwing strikes as he stands off the first base edge of the rubber, angle towards the third baseline. Listens in. The 2-2. Outside, check swing, appeal to first. Did not go, says Mark Wegner.
That's a great take because the slider before it was not a strike. It was actually about 1.5 inches off the plate. Kirk did a great job of presenting it for strike 2.
Schneider, Varsho, Straw left to right in the outfield. The 3-2. Swing and a bouncer to short. Waiting on it, Jimenez. Collects, fires, and out at first is Mookie Betts. There's 2 away. Our first pitch here tonight at 8:14 Eastern Time. Our game time temperature 68 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius. And if you're wondering, it's 45 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Time and temperature brought to you by Rain-X. Rain-X wipers know what it's like to have a loyal fan base. They're the #1 wipers in America. Next time you need wipers, choose Rain-X. 2 down, bases empty, no score. Here's Freddie Freeman. And Yesavage fires. Swing and a foul out of play off to our left.
First time around the order, the Dodgers are going to see pitches from Yesavage. It's coming from a different angle than any other pitcher this year. 7 feet 1 inches from the top.
The 0-1. Swing and a foul ball out of play off to the left. And quickly, it's 0-2.
The key to try to get to Yesavage is the second time around. Can he adjust, and can the Dodgers adjust to something that they have not seen before?
And the crowd on its feet waving the blue rally towels. The 0-2. And that's in the dirt. It kicks away from Alejandro Kirk. Trey Yesavage was asked by John Schneider on Wednesday, okay, if you had your way, what would you like? And Savage did not hesitate. The 22-year-old said, game one, that would be bad. But bad meaning good, like Run DMC used to say. The 1-2. Swing and a roller right side. Bichette hobbling in. Gloves, flips to first. And Freeman is out. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Savage gets them in order. We're midway in the first. It's the Dodgers nothing, and the Blue Jays coming to bat in game one. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and ESPN app.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/ESPN. That's quo.com/ESPN to try Quo free. QUO.com/ESPN.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
At Wrangler, we know the essential question for any guy is, can I go like this? It could be date night, boys' night, work, or your nephew's school play. It could be anything. And the last thing you want to do is change. That's why Wrangler makes jeans, shirts, jackets, and tees that answer yes to life's essential question. You can go in Wrangler. Check out our latest styles today at Wrangler.com. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here inside Rogers Center, the roof is closed. It's game one of the 2025 World Series. John Sciambi, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Buster Aldi with us as the fans rise to their feet to greet George Springer. Springer to start things off against the lefty Blake Snell, the 32-year-old from Seattle, making his 4th postseason start. His last 2, he's fired 14 scoreless innings. He's been absolutely sensational. Lefty ready to work and delivers to Springer. And that fastball misses upstairs for ball 1, a 4-seamer at 96 miles an hour. And Snell, a guy who utilizes the pitch come, and you'll see him go to it a lot on that left hip. The 1-0. Swing and a line drive, one hop to short. Gathered in by Betts. Throw to first. And out at first is George Springer. 1 up and 1 down. Well, for Blake Snell in these playoffs, he has taken it to a new level. We've always known about the strikeouts, but there's an element of it that's, where's the guy with the 10% walk rate? Because he's just throwing strike after strike after strike and doing it super efficiently so far in these playoffs, the 0-1. And that's a little bit high.
I used to work with a pitching coach that told me, look, left-handers that are tall, it takes them a lot longer to develop to repeat the delivery. Blake Snell is repeating that delivery on all pitches.
The 1-0. Breaking ball, that is in for a strike. And he's big. He goes 6'4", 225, former first-round pick in 2011 by the Rays. Schneider, right-hand bat, feet close together, and he waits. The 1-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air out towards the shortstop. Betts under it, and on the artificial surface grabs it in the air for out number 2.
It was also Blake Snell's number 1 mission when he came off the injured list. And remember, first time in the Dodgers organization, he got with Mark Pryor and said, I want to go deeper into games. And Pryor's like, that means you have to throw less balls. You have to attack the strike zone from the beginning. He used to kind of be a picker, and now he attacks just like he's done the first 2 hitters.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero, the wind, the pitch. And that is in for a strike. Now, Guerrero has been the star of this postseason, hitting .442, 6 homers, 12 knocked in, and he has struck out 3 times in 11 games. The next pitch a little bit high.
Well, he started him off with the changeup as well, landing it for a strike. That's the first one he's thrown in the game. 6th pitch of the game when he threw it and was able to execute it down and away.
2 outs, bases empty, no score, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. And a fastball a little bit high. So now 2-1. Jessica mentioned Snell at the beginning of the year. He made 2 starts and then went on the IL with left shoulder inflammation. Guerrero back in on the right side. He waits a 2-1. Here it is. That's in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. One of the things you'll see from Blake Snell, he's like a student at the library. He'll go to his back pocket, take out his scouting report card, put it back in his pocket, and then push the button on his hip, and then get to work. Here comes the 3-1. And that's a strike on the outside corner. Guerrero tossed the bat and started to make his way to first because he thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's a strike. And it's 3-2. And that was a strike by a lot, by the way.
Yeah, it was a strike with that changeup. And the beauty of what Blake Snell does, he does all of what you said in under 15 seconds.
That's right. Here's the 3-2 now. Swing and a bouncer towards third, but foul. Yeah, it's a great point. And he does it so calmly where he gets the ball back. He'll look at the card. He'll put the card back in his pocket. He'll push pitch come. He'll get back on the rubber.
He calls his own game, and then he's a student of the game because he'll adapt as the game goes.
Yep.
Being in the batter's box when a pitcher pulls out a cheat sheet, I would be nervous. Okay, he's got numbers on me that he's going to come at me right now.
What's that say? Timeout. What does that say? No score here. Bottom of the first. Game 1 of the World Series. 3-2 pitch. And that is low for ball 4, and Guerrero will take his base.
Excellent at-bat by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He laid off the 2 changeups that were for strikes, was able to foul pitches off, is able to get on base.
Then you hear the cheer, and it is for Bo Bichette. Bichette, who has not appeared in a big league game since September 6th at the Yankees. He injured his left knee. Right-handed hitter, the pitch. And that's inside. John Schneider told us pregame, look, you hear the cliche, but if there was a guy on our team that I would say can wake up out of bed and hit, it's this dude. So Bichette, who hasn't played in a while, active for the World Series. The 1-0 is inside, and now it's 2-0.
And during the DS, during the CS, he was out here early taking simulated batting practice against live pitching on this field especially.
Let's go, Bo, they chant. Man at first, 2 down. The 2-0. And that's up and in, and it's ball 3.
Messiah Savage set up the fastball, be able to command that pitch. And right now, Blake Snell, 3 consecutive fastballs, not strikes.
Psychologically, I give Bo right here the green light.
Bichette waits. Snell, the 3-0. Swing and a ground ball. Softly hit, and it'll roll through the right side hole and a base hit. Guerrero's not stopping, on his way to third, and he's in. I mean, that one was just cued off the end of the bat. And it was doing like serpentine through the right side hole and eventually found a home in right field.
I think it's a brilliant move by John Schneider to be able to give him the green light. You let him know you're in the cleanup spot for a reason. A part of his game that is huge, it's the base running side of it. Gets the third base immediately, cutting the corners well at second.
So now first and third, a threat immediately here in the first. And now it's Alejandro Kirk. Snell fires. And that's a little bit high.
Fastball has missed high consistently. It's been 96 miles an hour, and you can see the frustration already from Blake Snell. Not able to establish that fastball early.
Guerrero's at third. Bichette at first. No score. Bottom of the first, game one. The 1-0 to Kirk. Swinging a foul back to the screen. And the count 1-1. Alejandro, 26 years old. Hit during the regular year 282. Tough guy to strike out. He's got a couple of homers in these playoffs. Does it well on the defensive side. An elite level framer and blocker. Here's a 1-1. And that's too high. So now 2 balls and a strike. In the outfield defensively, left to right, Hernandez, Pages, and Hernandez. Kike, Andy, and Teoscar. And now time called. And Will Smith and Blake Snell will visit on the dirt in the center of the infield.
Blake Snell immediately called for timeout after missing again with the fastball up out of the zone. Asked for Will Smith to come out. So he's got the cheat sheet out in his glove, and they are going over kind of a switched game plan already here in the first inning.
How about this? First 2 outs, under 5 pitches, right? 5 pitches. Now all of a sudden he's got 19 pitches to it with 2 outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and both Bo. And now Kirk just putting pressure, creating this into a high-stress inning for Snell.
I thought that Guerrero's at bat was great. I thought that for Bichette, probably should have been coming after him a little bit more when he's been off for that long. 2-1 down. Here's the pitch. And that's inside. It missed.
Has not thrown the fastball for a strike yet this inning. I mean, this is definitely a pitch he does not have good feel for.
Not a lot of speed at first. Remember, Bo Bichette not running at 100%.
Snell is ready. 2 outs, first and third. Here comes the 3-1. And a breaking ball is fouled back. It's one of the odd things, but for Blake Snell throughout his career, at times, fastball command has been the issue. That's the pitch that he's not able to locate so far here tonight. And now Kirk asks for time, and he will step out. The stocky catcher who hits in the 5-hole for John Schneider.
Now Bo Bichette's legs also going to be tested here. 3-2, 2 outs. He will be going on the pitch.
Yeah, we'll keep our eye on that left knee, injured in that collision with Austin Wells September 6th. Bo Bichette at first, Guerrero at third, 2 down. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away. That's off to the right, and they're making Blake Snell work.
Every game during the postseason, over 20 foul balls. Some games over 30 foul balls for the Toronto Blue Jays. They just wear you out.
That was ball 4. That was another fastball up above the zone.
Snell is ready. First and third, 2 outs. Here it comes. Swing and a foul off to the right. And Kirk hanging in there. 3-2 on Alejandro Kirk. Game 1 of the 2025 World Series, and the Blue Jays with an opportunity to strike first. And Blake Snell having to work here in inning number 1. Kirk back in, straight away, stance right side. 3-2. Swing and a little flare down the right field line. Foul. It just sliced foul, and Kirk got overpowered that time, but as he dunked it down the line, it just kept slicing and slicing.
I don't know if Smith and Snell know what to do right now with Alejandro Kirk, because it seems like he knows that he might go to the changeup at any time. He might even go to the curveball at any time. Yet, with the fastball, he's showing that he can still foul those tough pitches off.
We'll see what he comes up with here. Kirk showing off the high sock look. Pants bloused to the knees. He's got the shin guard in that front left leg. Digs back in, awaits a 3-2. Here comes. And a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 4. They are loaded. Well, at the outset of the broadcast, they talked about Blake Snell in the postseason, and we hadn't seen the guy who was the 10% walk rate guy here in the first inning. maybe rust, who knows? But this is a little bit more of how he struggles when he struggles, and we haven't seen it in the playoffs. There's Dalton Varsho now. Bases loaded, 2 down. And the pitch. And a breaking ball misses high with Dalton Varsho, Bo Bichette, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. all starting tonight. It's the first time in World Series history that 3 sons of major leaguers have started in a World Series game. Snell, the 1-0. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. And that was the curve.
Then you have a son of a major leaguer also calling it, Jose Mota.
He's not the only one, Eduardo. Guerrero's at third, Bichette at second, Kirk at first. No score, bottom of the first. 1-1, swing and a miss.
Left-handed hitters should be very patient with Blake Snell. The majority of the walks so far in this postseason, he's had 5 this postseason, have come against left-handed hitters, not righties.
Varsho back in. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, center field. Pages coming in, slowing down, and he makes a one-handed catch. The Blue Jays leave him loaded, but they make Blake Snell work. End of 1 here in Toronto. And the Blue Jays nothing, the Dodgers nothing. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch, and Prize Pick is making sports season even more fun. On Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both like me, it always feels good to be right. On Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT to get $50 instantly in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code OT to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
The best mornings
In the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Welcome back. John Shambi, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Buster Olney. Trey Savage back to work. We talked about the journey for this kid who's from Boyertown, Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia, actually about 48 miles northwest of Philly. And he grew up a big Phillies fan. Not Zach Wheeler wasn't his guy. It wasn't a pitcher. It was Ryan Howard that he loved. But we talked about the beginning of the year, and his season started in A-ball for Dunedin. His first pro game this year, the attendance was 328. And here tonight, it'll be in the neighborhood of 45,000. So a little bit of a switch.
It's like 328 camera guys down the line.
Oh my gosh. They are everywhere. Will Smith climbs in. Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Max Muncy. Savage got him in order in the first. First offering is too high. Eduardo, talk a little bit about the arm angle. There's an over-the-top quality that makes him kind of unique.
Yeah, he clears out completely and falls towards the first base side.
The 1-0 is low.
And it's at 7 feet 1 inches high. Average, we're looking at 5 feet 2 inches. So these players are seeing the highest right now that they have seen in all of season tonight.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
And because he throws a slider, it's more of a it runs vertical more than any other slider in the game of baseball. The splitter also the same way. A lot of conversations in that Dodger dugout about what they've seen.
The 2-1 is outside. Well, look, if you examine his numbers in the minors this year, 98 innings of work, he struck out 41% of the batters that he faced, Trey Yesavage. The 3-1. And that one is a little bit high. Check swing, appeal to first, did not go, and it is ball 4. So Yesavage walks Smith. You look at what he's done in these playoffs. He was so brilliant in the division series game 2 against the Yankees. 5 1/3, no hits, no runs, a walk, 11 strikeouts. Now the last 2 combined 9 2/3, 7 runs, 10 hits, 6 walks, a couple of homers. Been a little different. There's Teoscar Hernandez, the pitch. And that is low, ball 1. No score, we're in the second, and it's game 1 of the 2025 World Series.
That's what's so interesting from Yesavage is it's high chase, high swing and miss, but also high hard hit. When you do get barreled the ball, it gets hit hard, and that's what you've seen. Small sample size already from Yesavage, but not just a swing and miss. You can get a lot of hard contact against him.
Teoscar Hernandez at the plate, right hand bat, 268 in the postseason with 4 homers. And the 1-0 is on the outside corner for a strike. Hernandez at 33 years old, a former Blue Jay. He was part of the group that won it all last year and then re-upped a 3-year, $66 million deal with L.A. The 1-1. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Savage in the first inning was 95, touching 94. This inning, the fastball 93 miles per hour.
Teoscar Hernandez stepping out and saying something to Will Little, the plate umpire, and they had to get very close to one another so they could hear. That's how loud it is inside Rogers Center. Smith at first, nobody out. 1-2. Yesavage fires. Swing and a bouncer towards short. Glove by Jimenez to second for 1. Return to first, not in time. So they get the out of the lead runner, and with 1 away and a man at first, it'll bring up Max Muncy.
And that was the first opportunity we saw of Bo Bichette at second base trying to make a turn. Forced the throw, I think, just to get used to it with a sliding Smith coming into second base.
And again, for Bo Bichette, it's the first time that he has played second base at the big league level ever. The last time he played it professionally, April 17, 2019 at AAA. First one to Max Muncy is in for a strike. So, again, April 17, 2019 at AAA Buffalo, thanks to Sarah Langs, the great one for that note.
In attendance.
Indeed she is. The 0-1. Swing and a line drive flared into left field. That's a base hit for Max Muncy. So Muncy got enough of it and dunked it out into left in front of Schneider. And now a 2 aboard and a 1 out. It'll bring up Kike Hernandez.
A late swing, even on a slider. And this is just an understanding of this is a guy that's going to go to a lot of breaking balls, a lot of that split finger fastball. And so when you see that slider, him being able to plop it into left field, you can tell how late he was waiting on the pitch.
That's 6 consecutive sliders from Trey Yesavage to the LA Dodgers.
Jess, I am so here for you using plop as a verb. Man at second, man at first. The pitch is a little bit high. Ball 1, no strikes to Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, postseason comes, and Clark Kent turns into Superman. He goes into the phone booth, and he puts the cape and the outfit on. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. You look at Kike, these playoffs at 306. This is his 96th career postseason game. 86 with the Dodgers, which matches Justin Turner for most all-time in franchise history. He is a different guy in the playoffs. 1-1. Swing and a line drive. Base hit up the middle. Towards third is Teoscar Hernandez around third, and he's in to score. And Clark Kent has done it again. Kike Hernandez and the Dodgers lead it 1-0 as he turns into Superman again.
And it was a slider at 89 miles per hour. that Kike hits. It's one thing that he does. He's got that focus in October, and he's able to apply it right back towards the middle to be able to get that first run in.
And Dave Roberts has talked about it. He's like a 10-year-old during the regular season. Attention all over the place. Gets into the postseason, and the level of focus is a whole nother level. He's shown that the last 5 years.
And look at Tommy Edman. Here's the pitch. And the first one to Edman is inside. Tommy Edman, a switch hitter, batting right-handed here. Now, he has done it in the past in his major league career. This season, only 3 at-bats, right on right. He's a better right-handed hitter. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. I asked him pregame, are you going to hit right-handed? And he said, I'd rather not tip them off. And I said, I'm not going to break the story. I just would like an understanding. And he said, yeah, reverse split guy. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I just don't want them to know. All right. The pitch. Swing and a miss. But this is for certain his better side. Here are the 3 guys that he hit right-handed against this year. Emmanuel Clase, cutter into the lefty. Tommy Kahnle, changeup. And then John Curtis of the Diamondbacks. So with this split-fingered pitch, he decided this and this angle that right would give him maybe a different look at it. Muncy is at second. Kike Hernandez at first. And the 1-2 in the dirt.
Fair to say he did not face any knuckleballers this year because usually switch hitters turn over to the right side to be able to face a knuckleballer. DeSavage struggling to be able to control the fastball.
Dodgers lead 1-0. 1 out, 2 aboard. The pitch. Swing and a little roller towards third. Slowly hit. Clement will pick it up. He's got no play, and he'll put it in his pocket. A swinging bunt from Tommy Edman. And the bases are loaded.
What was so impressive, Boog, is the fact that this tighter is above, almost at his chin. And he's going up. He had missed 2 fastballs up above the zone. You could tell he was trying to get something up. The fact that he got on top of a pitch at his chin. Yes, swinging bunt. Another base hit, though, for the Dodgers.
I'm really surprised he went with a slider. You keep going up the ladder with that fastball. He was chasing it. It gave him an opportunity to catch up to the pitch.
Meeting on the mound, it is Pete Walker, the Blue Jays pitching coach. And out to the mound to break up that meeting, Will Little. So 1-0 Dodgers, and they continue their threat. Bases loaded, 1 out. We're in the top of the second. John Shelby, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney with you. Rob Kelly, our producer. Jack Hicks, our engineer. And the pitch. And that's in for a strike to Andy Pages. Pages, for the regular year, 272 and 27 homers. In these playoffs, just 3 out of 35. Savage sets and fires. Swinging a foul back to the netting, and it's 0-2.
Still sticking with the slider, Eddie.
He's thrown more sliders than fastballs already. Has not been able to have control of the fastball.
Muncy at third, Hernandez at second, Edman at first. LA 1, Toronto 0, top of the second. And time called. Pages will step out. The kid from Cuba who was signed in 2018. And a really good defender.
I'm really surprised the outfield has not shifted a little bit more straight up and the other way, because Pages does use the opposite field when he's behind and counts.
Savage fires. And that one down and into the outfield, left to right. Schneider, Varsho, and Straw. Varsho and Straw are excellent defenders. And the Blue Jays overall a very good defensive team. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-0 Dodgers. Savage. 1-2 to Pages. Too high. And now 2-2. Trey Savage. So far in these playoffs, a whiff rate of about 38%. So he's getting a ton of swings and misses. 2-2 now. The kick, the pitch. A little bit low, and a good eye by Pages to lay off that four-seamer that missed just underneath the strike zone.
You talk about how he's been 3 for 35. Big reason why is the chase. He will swing at pitches outside of the zone all day long. A great at-bat right now. Just spitting on pitches just below the zone.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting slider here. It's the only pitch he's been able to control.
3-2 now. One out, bases loaded. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got the slider.
Got the slider, and the slider was out of the zone. He was out in front and able to get Pages. Big pitch on 3-2. Would have been ball 4. Instead, strike 3. And there's a big man at the plate, Boog.
Shohei Ohtani now struck out swinging his first time. Huge spot here. Bases loaded, 2 now. Savage fires. Swing and a miss. A fastball at 94.
Up and in. That is how Shohei Ohtani has been consistently attacked and then breaking balls away, splitter away.
Left-hand hitter waits. The 0-1. That's outside and low. For Ohtani in the postseason, the strikeout has been an issue. He has punched out 18 times now in the postseason. All loaded up for him here. The pitch. And that's too high. And now it's 2-1. Overall at 225 homers and 9 batted in for the 31-year-old. Gets in that leadoff spot. Dodgers lead at 1-0 on an RBI single from Kike Hernandez. Savage fires. Swing and a roller towards first. Fair ball. Guerrero scoops it up. Beats Ohtani to the base. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. L.A., however, strikes first. An RBI single. Savage throws 29 pitches. He yields the RBI knock to Kike Hernandez. And midway in the second, 1-0 Dodgers. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day. Every day, channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Your fantasy roster is set, the Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Download the app and link your ESPN Bet and ESPN accounts to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here at Rogers Center as we go to the bottom of the second. Don't miss Dodgers Blue Jays Game 2 of the World Series presented by Capital One tomorrow. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern on Fox and ESPN Radio. Blake Snell back to work And work he did in that first inning. The Blue Jays ended up loading the bases, but left them loaded, did not score. He was forced to throw 29 pitches. Dodgers lead 1-0. Here's the pitch to Clement. And that one is in for a strike.
And it's 29 pitches, but only one foul ball in that inning. So it was control. That's when you can tell. That's where he had the issues.
Snell ready. Here's the 0-1. Foul back. And quickly 0-2 on the third baseman. Ernie Clement has had a great postseason. 429, a homer, 7 knocked in. He's got 18 hits in 11 postseason games. And this guy's a great defender. The 0-2. Breaking ball, line softly out into left field, and it'll fall for a hit. Make it 19 hits in 12 games.
I'll tell you this, and I'm curious to find out. But out of those 19 hits, I guarantee he's in double digits with hits, with 2 strikes. So good of just being able to put bat to ball and not worry about exit velocity and getting himself on base.
So Clement aboard, and now it is Miles Straw who starts in right field here tonight. Dodgers lead 1-0 on a Kike Hernandez RBI single. The pitch. And there's a fastball for a strike. 0-1 to Miles Straw. Straw just 2 out of 9. He and Davis Schneider in the lineup tonight. Neither of those guys have played a ton so far this postseason. Muncy even with the base at third. Clement being held on at first. The 0-1. Too high.
If you're a Blue Jay fan, you want to see Straw late in the games because he always comes in for defensive replacement. Against the Mariners, they did not have a starting pitcher that was from the left side.
Straw has got playoff experience in his past with Houston and, of course, with Cleveland. The 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play, and that one back off to our right. Miles Straw, 31 years old. Guy who can play a very good center field. He starts in right here tonight. Dodgers on top 1-0. We're in the bottom of the second. The roof is closed here at Rogers Center for game 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Straw out front that time. Couldn't hit the changeup. And there's one away.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
And it was right down the middle. It's one of those things, if you're a hitter, you see it right down the middle. You're like, okay, I can wait on it. No, you can't. It stops halfway. That's the feeling you have as a hitter.
Here's Andres Jimenez now. Left-hand hitter at the plate, man at first. 1 out. Snell fires. And a breaking ball in the dirt and dug out by Will Smith. Jimenez, excellent defender. Played second base for them most of this year, but with the injury to Bo Bichette, he shifted over to shortstop. The 1-0. And that one is a little high.
Jimenez has been so huge for them, though, this postseason in that 9 spot. 15 runs he's produced, either hitting them in or scoring. Really allowed them to roll over to the top of the lineup.
Clement edging away with Freeman holding him on at first. Snell delivers. Swing and a miss. And that was a slider.
Not giving in 2-0. Even to the 9-hole hitter. Going with the slider right there. Jimenez was cheating. Fastball. Got fooled.
Snell listens in, says yes. 2-1. Here comes. Swing at a foul ball first base side. One of the interesting parts of this battle when we look at strength versus strength. Dodgers pitching against, specifically their starting pitching against the Blue Jay offense. The Dodgers in these playoffs have thrown the fewest percentage of fastballs of any team. The Blue Jays, meanwhile, have seen the highest percentage, and they have raked fastballs. And so here tonight, you got a Blake Snell on the mound who is just as likely to throw his changeup as he is his fastball. The 2-2. Check swing. Foul tip into the mid of Smith, and it's a strikeout. Jimenez is gone, and there's 2 away. And Will Little on the call. Jimenez starting to argue and then realized, nope, it was off the bat. And a good job by Will Smith to hang on.
And if they would have checked at third base and he wouldn't have made contact, they would have said he did not go.
And now it's George Springer. So Springer digs in, grounded to short his first time. Snell delivers. Swing and a slow roller right side. Freeman picks it up, spins and throws to first, and Snell's not able to grab it. Now a throw back to third, and they tag him out at third. Ernie Clement trying to take the extra base, and Blake Snell, after grabbing the toss but not able to touch the base, fires to third. Muncy puts the tag down, and the Blue Jays run into an out on the bases.
Heads up play by Muncy, getting back to third base, and Blake Snell making a perfect throw, anticipating Muncy was going to get there.
So they get the out at third, inning over. We'll head to inning number 3. Dodgers 1 and the Blue Jays nothing. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch, and Prize Pick is making sports season even more fun. On Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both like me, it always feels good to be right. On Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT to get $50 instantly in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code OT to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Quick break. Tailgates are won before the food even hits the grill. That's why you need to go with Kingsford Original Charcoal. It lights fast, burns long, and brings that bold, smoky flavor every time. Since 1920, Kingsford's been the gold standard of grilling. If you're grilling for a crowd, it's the guaranteed way to get the W. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Compared to nationally available conventional charcoal in the USA.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
The NFL international games continue on NFL Network. And here, our stars come out in the morning. Week 10, Bijan Robinson and the Falcons.
Touchdown, Atlanta!
Take on Daniel Jones and the Colts in Berlin.
Fireworks in the fourth quarter!
Then in Week 11, Jaden Daniels and the Commanders.
Touchdown, once again!
Face Tua and the Dolphins in Madrid. Snooze off, game on. It's Sunday Morning Football. Continues November 9th at 9:30 Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto, and right here, we're going to pause 10 seconds. Station ID, you're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. It'll be Betts, Freeman, and Smith against Trey Savage in the top of the third. 1-0 Dodgers, and Mookie Betts takes up and in for a ball.
Two things I'm going to be looking for here. His fastball velo and location, and most importantly, the adjustments that the Dodgers will make second time around the order.
Here's the pitch. And that's in for a strike. Mookie Betts, who in these playoffs has hit .293 coming in. And the pitch. And that's a little bit high. Had a down year offensively, but I don't think it gets talked about enough, the job that he did defensively and how incredible a transition it is to go from being an elite level defender in the outfield to an elite level defender at short. The 2-1 is too low, and now it's 3-1. It was announced by Sports Info Solutions, won the Fielding Bible Award for top defender at shortstop. And he's a Gold Glove finalist in the National League. The 3-1. And that is up and in, and it is ball 4. And Eduardo, the command issues for Savage continue.
Yeah, that's going to be concerning right now for John Schneider in that Blue Jays dugout, because we're seeing everything that he's missing is up and in, arm side.
So Savage having some trouble with the control. And here's Freddie Freeman now. The pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Freddie Freeman, his first time up, grounded to second. Freeman playing tonight in his 73rd postseason game, and this place is special to him. The 0-1 is inside. Both his parents, Dad Fred, Mom Rosemary, from Canada. Mom actually from Toronto. Lost his mom 25 years ago when he was 10. Savage throws to first, and diving back in safely is Mookie Betts. So he played for Team Canada in the WBC. He said to us pregame, every time he comes here, he feels a little closer to his mom. Savage is ready. And a 1-1 in the dirt, and stopped nicely by Kirk. Betts will stay put at first.
Your interview with him pregame, Boog, was so good because he had that emotion. You could see it in his eyes, kind of welling up talking about coming back here and for the World Series, that she'd be looking down from heaven. But you could see even pregame, before this game, the emotion he's feeling playing this game in Toronto.
Yeah, a lot of joy. He said baseball gave a lot of healing after he lost his mom. The 2-1. And that's a little high. And now 3 balls and a strike. Freeman, no stranger to the World Series. He's hit in all 11 World Series games he's played in. And oh, by the way, he's homered in 6 of the last 7 World Series games he's played in. Betts at first, nobody out. 1-0 Dodgers. The pitch. Too high, ball 4. And Savage has walked the first 2 here in the third. And now Pete Walker on the phone to the bullpen. And they're going to get something going in the bullpen over that left field wall for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the location is up. He's missed it. And not only that, the body language on the mound is one of not being so sure. The conviction is not there.
2-on, nobody out. 1-0 Dodgers. Here's Will Smith. Savage fires. And that is in for a strike. If you look at his minor league numbers, one of the things that jumps out, guys, 98 innings, 41 walks. So this is a guy in the minor leagues, and that's this year, that would walk some people. And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
It's everything that makes him so tough to hit as a hitter, that deception that he talked about, 7'1" in that release, but being able to consistently throw from up there, up top, 4 strikes. Something that is shown to be very difficult.
The Dodgers threatening here in the third, leading 1-0. First and second, and nobody out. The 0-2 outside.
But Savage also had the knack against Seattle of getting himself into trouble and then having 3 consecutive innings where the double play became his best friend. That's exactly what he needs right now.
1-2 the count. Savage fires. And that's a little bit high. Remember last year, Will Smith put together an all-star year, but the second half was just dreadful for him. By the time postseason came around, Dave Roberts was hitting him in the bottom of the order. He hits cleanup here tonight. The 2-2. Outside, it missed. And now it's 3-2. And it was Smith who injured his right hand, a hairline fracture against the Pirates September 3rd. He kept playing and made a start again September 9th, and then eventually they diagnosed it, and he spent time on the IL. He did not play in the wild card series against the Reds. 2 on, nobody out. 3-2. Smith waits right side. Yasavage deals. Swing and a ground ball. Base hit into right field. Around third and coming in to score is Mookie Betts. And now they've got Freeman hung up. Throw to Clement. Racing to second is Smith. And Freeman is tagged out by Clement. It'll go as an RBI single for Will Smith, and it is 2-0 Dodgers.
It's a great piece of hitting by Will Smith. Just going the other way, and it's the second consecutive inning that the Dodgers get the leadoff runner on base via the walk, and it's the second time that they end up scoring.
It's also another 2-strike hit. That's where the Dodgers have excelled so well this postseason. As they get to 2 strikes, they shorten up. Second inning, saw it with Tommy Edman, and this inning, Will Smith.
So now it's Teoscar Hernandez. Reached down a fielder's choice and scored the first run of the game. 2-0 Dodgers. We're in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. 0-1.
Where Savage gets a lot of chases, it's with the split. Not a lot with the slider out of the zone because it comes way over the top. And anything that's away will stay away. It's not like it's in the zone and then out of the zone.
Hernandez, who played for the Blue Jays from part of 2017 through 2022. The next offering missing for a ball. 1-1. Teo.
Only player from this Dodgers team that this crowd cheered for pregame. Everyone else got booed, but loud welcome home for Teoscar Hernandez.
Next offering way high from Yasavage. And now the count is 2-1. Yasavage just having trouble consistently locating the strike zone. He's walked 3 in 2 1/3. Right-hander fires. Swing and a miss. And now it's 2-2.
Savage has thrown 31 fastballs and has only been able to land 14 of them for strikes.
Yeah, that's problematic, no doubt. Smith edging away at second. 1 out. Dodgers lead 2-0. Here's a 2-2. And that one misses low. That was a slider.
It's a rare take for Teoscar Hernandez. You want to find a hole in his swing, it's chasing that pitch. Slider off the plate, especially when he gets to 2 strikes.
Hernandez back in. 1 out. Man at second. Awaits a 3-2. Here it is. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Bichette backhands, throws off balance to first, and they got him. Well, Bichette limited with the range and certainly hobbling, but he fired a strike to Guerrero, and he throws out Teoscar Hernandez. Whoa.
And he is chewing on that gum and just biting down because there's some pain on it, but he shows his arm strength as he's going to his right away from first base to make the strong throw and out.
So now 2 away. And with Will Smith at third, here's Max Muncy. Singled his first time. And Yasavage deals. And that one is low. We've seen Bichette now twice handle balls defensively. I don't know about for you guys, but I mean, he looks really uncomfortable. The mobility is pretty limited.
Very limited. I mean, it took all he could to make that play.
It was a heck of a play, though. The 1-0. And that's in for a strike. There's the splitter.
Well, the concern is he wasn't able to get into his legs, so it was all arm. That's what Eddie said. I mean, he did not get down to get that thing. He got to it, but could not put a lot of weight into that left knee.
Muncy back in. Smith edging away at third. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. And now it's 1-2. Another slider. So Max Muncy in a 1-2 hole. The crowd's starting to buzz. Dodgers have added on, lead it 2-0. Righty fires. And that's off the inside corner. And it's 2-2. Savage has already thrown 70 pitches, only half of them for strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got him on a splitter. Huge out right there.
Went to the splitter. It seems like he's more comfortable against left-handed hitters than he is against righties. Using that splitter really well to get that swing and a miss and a big strikeout to keep his team just in 2-run distance.
All right, we're midway here in inning number 3. The Dodgers 2. Yeah, the Blue Jays nothing. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/ESPN. That's quo.com/ESPN to try Quo free. QUO.com/ESPN.
It's an NFC-AFC throwdown on Monday Night Football. 2 high-powered offenses square off at Arrowhead as Deebo Samuel and the Commanders come to challenge the Chiefs.
To the end zone for the touchdown, Commanders.
But Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's chemistry is hard to beat in KC.
He's got his man. That's Kelce. Touchdown.
Commanders-Chiefs, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN. Also available to stream on the all-new ESPN app.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio. Daniel Jones and the 6-1 Indianapolis Colts welcome the Tennessee Titans.
Obviously, that's a good thing, and we're excited about that. We're proud of how we played to this point, but, I'll keep saying, I think everyone knows we got a lot in front of us, and in order to accomplish what we want to accomplish and be the team that we believe we're capable of being, we've got to continue to improve and work.
The Titans at the Colts. Coverage begins Sunday at 4 Eastern on ESPN Radio. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and it'll be Schneider, Guerrero, and Bichette against the lefty Blake Snell. Dodgers leading in Game 1, 2-0. John Sciambi, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Buster Olney with you. Davis Schneider climbs in on the right side. Schneider popped out his first time. The pitch. And a breaking ball for a strike. Schneider, former 28th round pick back in 2017 out of high school in New Jersey. 26 years old. Snell winds and fires. And that's upstairs and outside. He's kind of an outlier on this Blue Jays team insofar as he will strike out. This is a team with the highest contact rate in baseball, the 1-1. And that's a little bit low. But he also will take pitches. He'll grind out at bats. His strikeout rate was 26.4% this year. Big league average this season, a little over 22. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Big swing from Schneider.
He's also 3rd in the American League in walk percentage. So, and it's interesting, so if you look at his strikeouts, a ton of them are also looking. He will take pitches late in counts that he thinks are off the plate.
Nobody on, nobody out. Here's a 2-2. And that's in the dirt. Schneider, then Guerrero, then Bichette against this lefty Blake Snell. Dodger starters coming into this game of the postseason holding the opposition to a 132 average. Next offering, cut on and missed, struck him out. And Schneider is down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout for Blake Snell.
He's got the feel for the changeup back. That was a pitch that he really did not have in that first inning, and now starting to get more feel for it. Saw 3 of them in that at bat. Such a big swing from Schneider. His helmet flew off.
So here's Vladimir Guerrero. And the pitch. Yeah, the fastball misses high. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., well, they signed him back as a 16-year-old in 2015 for about $4 million. The 1-0. And that's in for a strike. Of course, Dad's 16 years in the majors, 449 homers, an all-star 9 times, and eventually into the Hall of Fame in 2018. The 1-1. Swing and a pop foul out of play off to the right.
Yeah, Dad arrived late last night, so he's in attendance. Wasn't able to be here for the DS or the CS.
Guerrero backhand right side. Snell pushes the button on his left hip. He's ready. Turns, kicks, deals. And that's in the dirt. And now it's 2-2. Well, the first time these two had quite a battle, and Guerrero won that matchup as he was able to draw a walk. Well, this time we'll see if Snell can finish him off. 1 out, bases clear. 2-2 pitch on the way. Too high.
One of the things that we have to keep an eye on as the game goes on is how many runners are on base when Vladimir Guerrero hits. So far, second time up, no one on.
Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a ground ball through the left side hole and a base hit. And Guerrero on base for the second time tonight. A walk and now a 1-out single. And here comes Bo Bichette.
He's an outlier, and that's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and the reason being he hits like an old-school type hitter. He goes out and gets that baseball. He doesn't hit off his back leg. He keeps the balance. That's one of the reasons why, with his discipline, that he's able to stay and keep that bat head in the zone long enough.
Here's Bichette now. Snell fires. Swing and a miss. Bo Bichette this year hit .311, 18 homers, 94 knocked in. He had 44 doubles. Guerrero edging away at first. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to first. Glove by Freeman. Up with it. Goes to second for one. Toss to first in time. And that'll go 3-6-3. And with Bichette running slowly, they're able to turn the double play. So the Dodger defense able to finish off the Blue Jays in the bottom of the third. We'll head to the fourth here at Rogers Center. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays nothing. Here in Game 1, this is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch, and Prize Pick is making sports season even more fun. On Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both like me, it always feels good to be right. On Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT to get $50 instantly in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code OT to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Jim Basketball in our Baseball Tonight studios with today's trivia question brought to you by Dr. Pepper. The Dodgers looking to become the 4th National League team to win back-to-back World Series titles. Which was the last to do so? It's brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. With Doug Glanville. Doug, we're through 3 innings here. Blake Snell, 56 pitches. Trey Savage at 71. What stood out for you?
Not really crisp baseball right now, and you kind of expect that from teams that got there because of the way they execute. Base running a little sloppy, not a lot of command on the mound. Could be just jitters, but right now that's the difference. A lot of mistakes, and teams are capitalized on it. The Dodgers just more so than the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the getting Snell at 56 pitches could open the door for Toronto to get in that L.A. pen earlier.
Well, the pen is going to be critical, and there's no doubt Snell is not as efficient as he's been. So we're going to see what the Dodgers are going to do if they have to get in there in the 6th versus like the 9th or 8th as they've done most of the postseason. We'll find out if they can pull that off.
No doubt about it. You have to wonder how long Yasevich is in for this game at 71 pitches. 2-0 Dodgers through 3. Let's go to Buster Olney at Rogers Center with a connection for Vlad Jr. and a former Jay who's now a big bat in that L.A. lineup.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez has been a mentor for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., teammates for years. And Teo told me that after the Blue Jays reached the World Series, he called Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the field, Boog, and Vlad took the call. He congratulated him.
Wow. First pitch to Kike Hernandez is cut on and missed. That's pretty cool. Kike Hernandez, an RBI single his first time up. 2-0 Dodgers. We're in the top of the 4th. Yasevich deals. Swing and a pop-up. Fouled out of play off to the right. Well, guys, one of the components to this Yasevich start that's been interesting, he's only thrown 9 splitters.
And that's been his money pitch, but he hasn't been able to have control neither with the fastball or the splitter. And he fell in love with the slider, especially in the 2nd inning. He got back to the fastball, but he had no control of it, landing most of those pitches up in the zone.
Bottom 3rd of the order. Kike Hernandez, Tommy Edman, Andy Pages. 0-2 down. Yasevich peering in and fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that was a slider. So Yasevich with his 4th strikeout. And with 1 away, the batter will be Tommy Edman. Edman with an infield hit his first time. Dodgers lead it 2-0. We're in the top of the 4th. Switch hitter, but he's batting right against the righty. And the fastball misses too high, and it's ball 1. Trey Yasevich was the 20th overall pick at East Carolina last year, so he got fast-tracked to the big leagues. Righty, the 1-0. Swing and a ball popped up, foul, and that one back behind the screen and out of play. He was actually projected to go like 10-15. There was some injury concern, and the Blue Jays jumped on him when he fell to them at 20, and they gave him a $4 million bonus, which was over slot, more than what you would normally get in that position. So a guy that was deemed by many to be the most pro-ready, here he is. The 1-1. Swing and a ball popped foul. That's back out of play off to our left.
Tommy's been all over the pitches up in the zone. Fastball there, up and in. Swinging at it was the slider he got the hit on, was way up above the zone. And even in his last at bat, he saw 2 fastballs that he attacked at his chin. So everything's been up, and Tommy has been swinging at it.
Edman digs back in. The 1-2. Swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play.
He threw him a splitter on that one. And that's exactly, I think, how you have to attack Tommy. He's looking for something elevated. Yasevich has to try to start that splitter middle and let it dive out of the zone.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he got him with a slider. So Yasevich, 3 straight strikeouts. And with 2 away, the batter will be Andy Pages. Dodgers lead 2-0. We're in the top of the 4th. Base is clear and 2 down. Pages, right-hand bat, waits. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball drilled in the air, right center field. Straw going back, wandering near the track, onto the track, and he makes the catch out in right center.
What a difference an inning makes. 9 pitches, 8 of them landing for strikes.
So Trey Yasevich gets him 1, 2, 3 for the first time since the first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers 2, and the Blue Jays nothing in Game 1. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a Pepper thing.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo pre-filled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back inside Rogers Center, John Sciambi, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney. It's game 1 of the World Series, and the Dodgers have a 2-0 lead on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays back in the World Series for the first time since 1993. They've been in the postseason 4 times in the last 6 years. Alejandro Kirk will step to the plate. Kirk, Varsho, Clement. Snell fires. They had a breaking ball in for a strike. For the Dodgers, meanwhile, trying to become the first team to win back-to-back World Series in 25 years when the Yankees did it. The 0-1 to Kirk. Swing and a little dribbler, foul of third. And they're the first defending champ to even have a chance at it since the Phillies got to the World Series in 2009 as the defending champs. Lost to the Yankees. But for the Dodgers, nothing new. They've been in the World Series now 5 times in 9 years. 0-2 on the catcher, Kirk. Right-hand bat waits. Snell is ready and delivers. Swinging a foul out of play off to the right.
That's the 7th foul ball already. Alejandro Kirk has had off Blake Snell. He's made him throw pitches tonight.
The 0-2. And that one a changeup down and away. Eduardo, in your experience, do you think that is an ability for certain guys?
I believe so. That bat-to-ball skill and fouling tough pitches against excellent pitchers.
The 1-2, fouled away again, off to the right and out of play.
Growing up, I was spoiled. I used to watch number 14 in Cincinnati be able to do it all the time, Pete Rose, especially with 2 strikes. Anything borderline, just fouling it off, trying to get his pitch.
Snell is ready. Nobody on, nobody out. A 1-2 is on the way. Swinging a foul out of play off to the right. Gosh, Kirk is tough.
Well, he has all these different swings. I mean, that's the thing. He'll go 50%. He'll get a full swing where his helmet almost comes off, but he can shorten it up, especially right now with 2 strikes.
Snell is ready. Another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt.
Just appreciating watching him in the DS, then in the CS. We affectionately just started calling him the Cannonball because he was just, I mean, he's a wreck when it comes to the plate with these foul balls and putting the ball in play.
The 2-2. Swing and a line drive ripped right field towards the corner. And that one is off the wall. Fair ball. Kirk around first. He takes the turn, but he'll stop there and retreats back to first base. A long, loud single into that right field corner.
Know your limits. It's exactly what Alejandro Kirk did. He got out of that box in a hurry, but what a play by Teoscar Hernandez, who knows this ballpark really well. Yes, they've made a lot of changes to it, but he played this one beautifully and knew that he had an opportunity to get Kirk, and Kirk wisely just stayed first.
So here's Dalton Varsho down, and the pitch. Swing and the ball drilled center field. Pages back, turning, looking, and that one is gone. Center field, Dalton Varsho. One swing of the bat, and the Blue Jays have tied it up. For Varsho, his third homer of these playoffs, and he crushed it.
96 miles per hour. He did not wait. Got the fastball and did not miss it. They've attacked him up the entire postseason, and that pitch was middle down. And now I know why.
Well, Varsho in the regular year with 20 homers. He's not a big guy, but he's got big power. And the Blue Jays tie it up with the homer. And listen to this place. The pitch. Clement swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow center. Charging in is Pages to make the catch as he calls off Kike Hernandez. And there's one away.
Varsho, too, is absolutely annihilated left-handed pitching in this postseason. As a left-handed batter, just has done a good job of staying with this fastball down at the knees. And again, you go back to Kirk's at bat prior, the changeup, 2 strikes to kind of set up bringing back the fastball in that Varsho at bat.
There's Miles Straw now, and the pitch. And that's fouled back. So Dalton Varsho, a 2-run homer. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball out towards left center. Kike Hernandez a running catch in the gap. He's able to haul it in, and Straw is out. And there's 2 away. Kike high stepping all the way with those yellow spikes on. And with 2 down, it'll bring up Andres Jimenez. 2-2 game here at Rogers Center. And the pitch. And that's downstairs. Dalton Varsho, his dad Gary played for the Phillies and was teammates with Darren Dalton. And that is who Dalton Varsho is named after. And of course it was Dalton's Phillies that played against the Blue Jays in 1993 as Jimenez fouls one off, and it's 1-1. Snell delivers. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Andres Jimenez, who was on the IL a couple of times this year, first with a quad, then with an ankle, but a really, really good defender. He's won a Gold Glove 3 times, a Platinum Glove another time. The 1-2 in the dirt. For the Blue Jays, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. For the Dodgers, 2-4-0. And Blake Snell, a pitch count up to 72. Snell says yes, the 2-2. Off the outside corner. No, in there for called strike 3. I beg your pardon. Jimenez is gone. And Snell gets the strikeout, but the damage is done. Dalton Varsho with a 2-run homer, and as we head to the 5th, it's 2-2, the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI agent can be set up in minutes to answer calls and questions 24/7, so you never miss a customer, lead, or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/ESPN. That's quo.com/ESPN to try Quo free. QUO.com/ESPN.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto as the Dodgers come up to hit into 5th, and the new pitcher will be the lefty Mason Fluharty. The 24-year-old will take over for Trey Savage, who just was not sharp. Top of the order, and he'll face Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. So a good lane for the lefty. And Fluharty the opportunity to face Shohei, who's 0 for 2. And the lefty deals. And that is in for a strike.
Fluharty with a nasty sweeper to go along with that 92 mile per hour fastball.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fluharty picked up his first big league save in a game against the Dodgers earlier this year on August 10th. And he came in at a tough spot after Jeff Hoffman was really struggling. Bases loaded, and he struck out Ohtani and got Betts to ground out. The pitch is outside. Ohtani back in. 2-2 game. We're in the top of the 5th. Fluharty deals. And that's outside. And again, this kid just 24 years old. Pitched collegiately at Liberty University. He was a 5th-round pick in 2022. Lefty sets. The 2-2. And that one is in there. Got him looking. Ohtani is gone.
Faced Ohtani in L.A. earlier in the year and same outcome. Strikeout. Last time it was swinging. This time it's looking, and the sweeper just kissing the bottom of the zone. Great framing job by Alejandro Kirk behind the plate.
One down, and here comes Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Here's the pitch. And that's outside. 2-2 our score. We're in the top of the 5th. John Sciambi, Jessica Mendoza, and Eduardo Perez, along with Buster Olney here at Rogers Center. The 1-0. And that one is low. Now Mookie Betts put up numbers this year that by his standards were somewhat disappointing. The 2-0. And that's a strike on the outside corner. And yet all the while played the great defense and The last quarter of his season was more typical of Mookie, an OPS close to 900. The 2-1. And that is in for a strike, and now it's 2-2.
He started hitting more line drives. That was the difference. A ton of fly outs and then getting around ground balls. Changed his swing.
Fluharty comes set. The kick to 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit up the middle to the left of second base. Varsho retrieves it, and Betts with his first hit of the night. Coincidentally, it was after a game against the Blue Jays where Betts made the pronouncement to the media, "My season is over." And what he was talking about is, it's too late for me to save the season and put up good numbers. I don't have enough runway left. And it was really from about that point, maybe around a week before, that things started to take off for him. Here's Freeman now, man at first, 1 out. The pitch. Check swing. On a pitch up and in. Didn't go, says Alan Porter. And it's ball 1 and no strikes on Freeman, who's grounded out. And he's also walked. That's at first. Fluharty fires. And a breaking ball in for a strike. That's a sweeper. Mason Fluharty taking over for Trey Savage, who threw just 10 of his signature split finger fastballs. The 1-1. That's inside. Did that hit him or did it hit the bat? And Will Little, I should say, is saying it hit the bat. It's a foul ball.
Yeah. Seems like it hit the knob of the bat. For those that know Freddie Freeman, he chokes up on the bat. Clearly on the knob.
So it's a strike and it's 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball. That one off the mask of Alejandro Kirk.
Fluharty has yet to throw over to first base. Mookie Betts with a very good lead, but it seems like it's a one-way lead. Making sure to try to figure out his move. Fluharty has yet to show him anything towards first base.
Will Little dusting off the front of home plate, giving Alejandro Kirk an extra second after he took that one straight off the mask. 1 out, man at first, 2-2 game. Dodgers, Blue Jays. Top of the 5th, game 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul out of play off to the left. Well, Freddie Freeman getting the opportunity here to capture what would be his 3rd World Series title. The 1-2. Swing and a foul out of play off to the left.
All cutters and sweepers. That's exactly what you're going to see Fluharty throw. Leads on that cutter a ton. Of course, left on left, the sweeper is well away, which he's been missing up in the zone.
Betts edging away at first. Guerrero holds him on. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a ball hammered out towards right center field. Back is Varsho. Makes the catch onto the warning track. And back to first is Mookie Betts. Freeman gave it a pretty good ride to the right of that 400-foot marker. But the park held it. And Freeman is out, 2 away.
One thing we're going to see in this postseason is elite defense, especially with Varsho out there in center field. Great jumps all around. You add Miles Straw to the mix, it's going to be tough to get anything in right center.
Mason Fluharty will come out of the game. John Schneider out of the dugout and makes the point to the pen. Our call to the bullpen with 2 outs and a man aboard. It's 2-2 in game 1. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch, and Prize Pick is making sports season even more fun. On Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or a fan of both like me, it always feels good to be right. On Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT to get $50 instantly in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code OT to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan. $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Jim Bass won our baseball tonight studios with Doug Glanville. Doug, we got a new game. It's 2-2 now. How do you like Toronto now in the pen the rest of the way?
Well, they'll take the situation 2-2 at home, 5th inning. They feel pretty good about those odds and moving into the 6th. So they like their chances.
Blake Snell, 73 pitches, top 5th, 1 on, 2 gone in a 2-2 game. We go back to Rogers Center with Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Boog Shambi.
I appreciate it. And here at Rogers Center, the new pitcher will be Sir Anthony Dominguez. Dominguez acquired near the trade deadline from the Orioles. He was actually acquired during a doubleheader, so all he had to do was walk across to the other clubhouse. The funny thing is that the prospect he was traded for, the Orioles and Jays minor league teams were playing each other, and all he had to do was walk across to the other clubhouse. So Dominguez into the game to face Will Smith. Here's the pitch. And this one is popped in the air, right field. Coming on is Straw. He's under it, and he's got it. And Dominguez comes in on one pitch, able to get Will Smith. Dodgers leave a man. We're midway here in inning number 5, and at Rogers Center, it's the Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays 2 in game 1. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and ESPN app.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
Introducing the new ESPN Fox One bundle. Unlock all of ESPN and all of Fox One with one unbeatable price. Catch the biggest games, college football, NBA, NHL, and more on ESPN. Stream your faves, Big Noon Saturday, the World Series, and NASCAR on Fox One. All for just $39.99 a month. That's 20% off. The ESPN Fox One bundle. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Access content from each service separately. Savings compared to purchasing both plans separately. See stream.espn.com for complete terms and conditions.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th. And from Rogers Center, it's the Blue Jays 2 and the Dodgers 2. Blake Snell will continue on the mound. Top of the order, Springer, Schneider, and Guerrero for the Blue Jays. George Springer, 1 out of 2 with a single. What a year this guy had. He's 36 years old now, but hit .309 with 32 homers. He was third in the majors in OPS. Talk about a bounce-back year. The pitch. Yeah, the first one to Springer is down low. And, of course, he had the big hit in Game 7 in that 7th inning. His 23rd career postseason homer. The 1-0. Swing and a line drive and a base hit into left field. And Springer is aboard for the second time.
Well, 2 things when I had a conversation with him. He said, being off my feet in the outfield, not having to run too much, kept me sharp. I finally admit my age. But 2, working with Michael Brantley in the offseason in Florida, they live just a few miles away from each other, he said has been one of the best things that he's done, and he will continue to do.
Davis Schneider here. Here's the pitch. And that one misses, too low, ball 1. You know, it's funny because being around the Cubs this year, Kyle Tucker is a guy that is a low-maintenance type dude. But if there's one guy he would reach out to for help if he had any trouble, it was usually Michael Brantley. The 1-0. And that's in for a strike to Schneider. And when you think about what you're looking to execute in today's day and age of baseball, Brantley's a pretty good example of that ability to slug, not monster slug, but like 480, 500 slug and contact, the ability to contact the baseball. The 1-1. And that's in the dirt. So now 2-1 on Schneider, who's 0 for 2. He has popped to short and struck out swinging. Man at first, that's George Springer. He's the go-ahead run. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Schneider digs in. Snell sets and fires. And a breaking ball clips the outside corner. That's a strike. That was the curve, and it's 2-2.
A lot of curveballs and changeups. That's what Schneider has seen. It's what he struck out on. His last at-bat chased a changeup down beneath the zone.
It's all about swing path. Does his swing path equate well with the curveball or the changeup? And it really has not.
2-2 now. And a throw to first. Yeah, because it's interesting to me. And again, there probably aren't a ton of better options, but Schneider is not actually a guy that has severe platoon splits in his career, and this year has not mashed lefties. In fact, more neutral, even reverse split. The 2-2. Swing and a foul tip, and that one is in and out of the mitt of Will Smith. 2-2.
Just got a piece, too. That's a changeup left up in the zone but off the plate. Schneider flying that front side, barely tips it off.
And if he would have barreled it, it wouldn't have gone far because he had lost everything in his bottom half, jumping out in front of it.
Blake Snell ready to work. Snell delivers. Swing and a bouncer to the left side. Muncy up with it. To second, 0 for 1 on to first. 2! And tumbling across the bag at first is Schneider. They go 5-4-3. Edman turns it nicely. And by the way, Bo Bichette is not the only infielder or second baseman that's been hobbled by a lower half injury. Tommy Edman's been bothered by a right ankle injury for most of August and September.
Which is why he can't play the outfielder. He stayed away from the outfield, been playing second base. Does a beautiful job of turning that so quickly.
I'll say this again, Vladdy up at the plate, no one on.
Yep. So here's Guerrero down. Snell fires. Swing and a miss. Vladdy let it eat that time, but he comes up empty. Guerrero has walked and he is single. Still only 26 years old. The 0-1. Strike on a fastball. And that one at 96. The To turn the kick in the 0-2. Swing and a line drive, one hop right side. Edman collects, throws to first. Guerrero is out. And Snell faces the minimum as he pitches around a leadoff single. We'll head to inning number 6 inside Rogers Center. Game 1 of the World Series. The Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays 2. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, quo.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code HIGHLIGHTS. That's promo code HIGHLIGHTS. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back in Toronto, John Chambi, Jessica Mendoza, and Eduardo Perez as Sir Anthony Dominguez will get back to work. And Dominguez to face Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy, and Kike Hernandez. 2-2 game. Dodgers got a run in the second on a Kike Hernandez RBI single. And then Will Smith RBI single in the third made it 2-0. Dalton Varsho with a 2-run homer in the fourth, and here we are in game 1 as we head to the 6th, tied at 2-2. And Teoscar Hernandez at the plate, 0 for 2. Dominguez leans over, listens in, now straightens up. And the pitch. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. All right, so for the Blue Jays this postseason, their relievers have delivered a .552 ERA. Not the same extreme as the Dodgers, but yeah, their starters have been better than their bullpen. And it's been a little more balanced in terms of starters and relievers with the innings and the work. The 0-1. And that one is outside. I still would say when you look at the options John Schneider has down there, he likes them. I mean, but I think, you're still talking about as Jess mentioned at the outset, there's some vulnerability down there. The 1-1 is low.
I think now that he used Fluharty already in the game, the big question is who is he going to go to be able to get that left-handed pocket when it comes up again.
Right.
To face Ohtani and Freeman.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Bullpen already in the 5th inning is when they did. It's going to get tough as you get through, as you point out, Eddie. Back up to the top of the order.
Dominguez comes set. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that one is in there. Got him looking. Teoscar Hernandez arguing with Will Little, saying that's not a strike.
Yeah, when he goes back into the dugout, he's going to sit. He's going to look at that iPad that the players have on both dugouts. And he's going to go, okay, maybe I was wrong. It's the bottom of that zone. Great call by Will Little.
So 1 down. And with the bases empty, here's Max Muncy. Dodgers 2, Blue Jays 2. We're in the 6th. The pitch. And that's off the outside corner. Muncy, knees bent left side. The pitch. That's outside and low. And now it's 2 balls and no strikes.
This is where he has to be careful now against Muncy. 2-0. He will keyhole one pitch where he wants it. He's going to take that A swing against it.
Here's the 2-0. Swing and a ball popped up left side. Clement into foul ground under it. And he's got it. Well, Muncy was looking for something, but he couldn't get the bat head out. And Dominguez gets him on the pop-out foul, and there's 2 away. And the batter now will be Kike Hernandez. An RBI single and a strikeout as the Dodgers and the Jays are tied at 2-2. We're in the top of the 6th. 2 down, bases clear. Dalton Varsho with a big 2-run homer for Toronto. First offering foul tipped into the mitt of Alejandro Kirk. The 0-1 is outside. Dave Roberts talking about Kike Hernandez and his success in the playoffs. An .863 career OPS in the playoffs. It's .707 in the regular year. I mean, he's just a different guy. And he's got 300 plate appearances in the playoffs. He cuts and misses here. And the count is 1-2.
I had to look up because he's number 8. How many plate appearances did Yogi Berra have in his career? 295.
So there you go. Yeah, tonight, plate appearance, number 300 and 301 for Kike Hernandez. Digs in on that right side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Dominguez gets Kike Hernandez. And the Dodgers go 1-2-3. We're midway in inning number 6. It's the Blue Jays 2, the Dodgers 2 in Game 1. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and ESPN app.
All of F1, all in one place. Oh, yes. The season continues in Mexico. Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Lighting. All of F1, all in one place. Oh, yes. The season continues in Mexico. Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Monday, we look ahead to the Chiefs hosting an undermanned Commanders studio at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
The Fantasy Focus Football Podcast.
Did you know, fellas, that, and I brought this up yesterday, but here actually is the stat.
Wait, is this a check this out or did you know? Now I'm confused as to what the segment is.
Both of them.
It's both of them?
Okay,
it's so
important that it's all the things.
Okay.
Rico Dowdle is the 6th player since at least 1970 to produce 230-plus scrimmage yards in consecutive games.
The last one to do it?
Le'Veon Bell.
Thank you.
I knew that. Yeah, we were paying attention.
Check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Right here, we're going to pause 10 seconds. Station ID. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Bo Bichette at the plate, 1 out of 2. The pitch. And that one is low. Bichette has singled and grounded into a double play, seeing his first action in these playoffs as he was battling a left knee injury. The 1-0. Check swing and a pitch down low. Did not go, says first base umpire and crew chief Mark Wegner. Congrats to him. First time Mark Wegner's been a crew chief in a World Series. 3rd World Series that he has worked. Here's a 2-0. And that one is low. So now 3-0 on Bo Bichette. Bichette, 27 years old. He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Of course, the son of Dante Bichette. Snell turns, kicks, and delivers. And a strike on the outside corner.
Well, the big question is, if he does walk him leading off the inning, do you run for him? Do you bring in Isaiah Kiner-Falefa?
The 3-1 is fouled away off to the right and out of play. I think it's a great question.
I think it's yes. I mean, you watch him move. I mean, we've seen him defensively, and honestly, even on when he was going 3-2, when he was on base, it's like 75% tie game.
Maybe. The 3-2. Too high, ball 4, and Bichette is aboard. Well, we're going to get our answer.
There he comes. Already puts a helmet on and his sliding mitt coming out of the dugout.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa out of the dugout, and he'll run for Bo Bichette. And Vladimir Guerrero the first to greet Bo Bichette as he jogs gently back to the dugout. And they embrace in front of the top step of that Blue Jays dugout, third base side. Dodgers come out of the first base dugout. So a man aboard. And here's Kirk after the walk to lead off the inning. And the pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Base hit right field. Hernandez charges. He'll pick it up and fire it in. And Kirk with a single to right.
Alejandro Kirk. I mean, the way that he gets his hits. We've talked about his 2-strike swing, the way that he works pitches, 17 pitches leading up to this at bat to get to this one. But this is a slider. It's an ugly swing. He's late on it, but he gets enough of it to poke it through into the right side.
Well, Jessica Mendoza's instant analysis brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. And thanks especially to you, Jessica Mendoza. Mark Pryor out on the mound for a meeting. 2-2 game. Will Little, the umpire, will go out there to break it up. And the Dodger infielders will disperse back to their spots. Muncy to third, Betts to short, Edman to second, and Will Smith back behind the plate.
Let's not forget, last time it was a 96-mile-per-hour pitch, first pitch that Dalton Varsho saw, and he tied the game up with one swing. Now corners will be in. They're anticipating left on left. Varsho could even, on his own, lay one down. Muncy playing even with the bag at third.
So here's Varsho now with a big 2-run homer his last time up. 2 aboard and nobody out. Tied at 2, bottom 6. Snell rocks and fires. And that's outside and low.
It's the first pitch curveball. Varsho looking for something. Seattle attacked Varsho up the entire time. Didn't give him anything down.
Emmett Sheehan, the right-hander, up and loosening in the bullpen for the Dodgers over the right field wall. Here's a 1-0. And that one is inside. The pitch count climbing for Blake Snell as he's at 93 pitches. Two on and nobody out. Next offering fouled off at the plate. And a big rip at it from Varsho, 2-1.
And he went with a curveball, and Varsho recognized it, took a swing at it, but by recognizing it, was still able to have the bottom half under him to be able to make a strong swing.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
Now Emmett Sheehan up in the bullpen for the Dodgers, warming up.
Snell is ready. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back. And Varsho gets a piece and stays alive.
Kike Hernandez in left field playing shallow. So is Pajes. Average for Teoscar Hernandez in right field straight up.
Varsho back in, awaiting a 2-2. Here comes. And that is low.
First time I've seen Snell frustrated after a pitch. He looked right back to the outfield, talking to himself.
Now Varsho at the plate. He's got Kiner Falefa at second, Kirk at first. The 3-2. Swing and a little dribbler foul in back of the plate. So here's a quirky one for Dalton Varsho this postseason. At home, he's 10 for 25, hitting .400 with 3 homers. On the road, just 3 for 21. So he's enjoyed the home cooking here at Rogers Center. 3-2 down. Snell sets. Lifts the leg, fires. Swing and a drive, right field. Down the line, it curls foul. Well, Varsho out in front. He hit it hard, but that one had a hook to it and kept curling to the right of the foul pole. Kiner Falefa at second, Kirk at first, nobody out. Tied at 2, bottom 6. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, he hit him. And he hit him, I think, up and in. Wow. That is scary.
Especially when you're getting a lot of sliders. He's staying in there as much as he can. And then last minute, he realizes it's a fastball. Lucky for him, pulled off and it hit him right on the shoulder.
Wow. So a hit batter that'll load the bases. And here comes Dave Roberts out of the dugout. And what a spot to bring in the youngster Emmett Sheehan. The night is over for Blake Snell. The bases are loaded. And there is nobody out. Call to the bullpen with the sacks packed and no outs. 2-2 in game 1. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Exclusively on ESPN, UFC 321 this Saturday. At a special time of 2 p.m. Eastern, the heavyweight championship is on the line as reigning champion Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall, the UFC heavyweight champion,
defends his belt against dangerous contender Cyril Gane.
This man's absolutely terrifying.
UFC 321, Saturday at a special time of 2 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills travel to Charlotte to face the Panthers, who are 3-0 at home this season.
Takes to the left, Allen flush to the right, wants to run for it, has the first down, 20, 15, 10, 5, still on his feet, and rockets into the end zone. What a rushing touchdown for Josh Allen.
The Bills Bills at the Panthers. Coverage begins Sunday at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Jim Basketball in our Baseball Tonight studios with Doug Glanville. All right, Doug, bases loaded, nobody out. Emmett Sheehan coming into this game. He's a young right-hander. What's the approach for Ernie Clement?
Well, Clement has to do what Clement does, and he likes to swing the bat. And Sheehan likes to get first pitch strikes. I see him hacking and just taking the attack mode. I mean, look, there's no outs. Like, do your thing. And worst case scenario, you ground a double play. You maybe get a run across. I think he's going to be very aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah. Make him feel the moment here.
Yeah.
Make him feel the pressure of this situation.
Just walking on the mound is the moment.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Big spot, sacks packed, bottom 6 in a 2-2 game. Back to Rogers Center with Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Boog Shambi.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. Emmett Sheehan, the 25-year-old from New York, into the game. And a hard-throwing righty will take over with the bases loaded and nobody out. It's a 2-2 game, bottom 6 in game 1. Sheehan will work out of the stretch. The pitch to Clement. And a swing and a tapper foul of third past Carlos Fabulous, who does the coaching as Mark Budzinski coaches down there at first.
Dougie was right, first pitch swinging against Emmett Sheehan, who did not, by the way, pitch in the championship series at all, has struggled in the postseason.
Sheehan comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Base hit out of the left center field. In to score is IKF. Kirk will stop at third. An RBI single for Clement, and it is 3-2 Blue Jays.
Ernie Clement has been unbelievable in this postseason. He gets a slider and stays just out over the plate, and again just barrels it back up the middle. If there's a hitter that understands how to make adjustments between at-bats, it's Ernie Clement.
And now time called, and Will Smith out to the mound to talk to Emmett Sheehan.
How about the adjustment Clement made? Slider to slider. First pitch way out in front of it. Gets the same pitch, same location. Ends up driving it up the middle.
And let's be clear, this kid has nasty stuff.
He does.
I mean, he throws an average fastball in 96. That slider is really filthy at 88.
And I'm really surprised right now that Nathan Lucas is up at the plate, pinch hitting. This right here is a little shocking for Miles Straw. I get it. You're better offensive, but now that you have the lead, you want to have your best defensive team out there. And with no outs, tough guy to double up in Straw. Surprised they're going with Lucas here.
Lucas, left-hand bat, bases loaded. A run in, nobody out. Sheehan fires. Swing and a miss.
Massive swing. Come off the bench. He was hunting slider, got it in off the plate. Big swing and miss.
Lucas hit .255 this year with a dozen homers and 65 knocked in. They chant, "Let's go Lucas." The 0-1. Swing and a foul tip into the mid of Smith. I think it's actually a merge of "Let's go Lucas, let's go Blue Jays." Sheehan chose the slab, cupping his glove over his left ear so he could hear pitch count. 0-2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncer, foul of first.
And Lucas has had some huge at-bats, hitting usually when he starts in the 2 spot in front of Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Hitting .383 this postseason on a 6-game hit streak in the postseason. Usually not a lot of swing and miss, especially once he gets to 2 strikes.
Lucas waits left side. The 0-2. Too high.
You look at an inning that's an all-in inning. It started with the walk to Boda Bichette. Gets that walk. They pinch run for him. He's out of the lineup. And now also you get Straw out of the lineup and Lucas offensively for the kill.
Sheehan comes set. The 1-2 is too low. Inside as well. Kirk at third. Varsho at second. Clement is at first. In the outfield defensively, Hernandez, Pages, and Hernandez, not especially deep, and shaded a touch the other way. Bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sheehan kicks, fires. Swing and a foul out of play off to the left.
You guys, this is where this Dodgers bullpen feels the miss of Alex Vesia. This would have been a pocket he would have come in on, especially with Jimenez as a lefty on deck. Anthony Banda now up in the bullpen, but they are definitely feeling a hole in their bullpen with Sheehan here for the first time since the division series.
Lucas back in the box, left side. Bases loaded. The pitch is outside. And now it's 3-2. Sheehan, who wears that light blue glove that says KALS in tribute to the late, great Pete Frates, trying to K Nathan Lucas. The 3-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Foul off third. Muncy over near the dugout, reaching, and he runs out of room. And that one just getting out of play, and Nathan Lucas still alive.
10 years in the minor leagues. Parents did not come for the DS or the CS. They said, well, make it to the World Series, we'll show up. They're here now.
Amazing story. 31 years old. And in a huge spot. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2 to Lucas. And that one is inside, ball 4. He walked him. Kirk comes in to score, and the Blue Jays extend their lead. It's 4-2 Toronto.
Where the contact bat-to-ball skills of this Blue Jays team pays off. Lucas fouling off those pitches to get to the walk.
So now, here's Jimenez. And the pitch. Swing and a dribbler, foul. Back to the backstop. Down to our right. 0-1 on Andres Jimenez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Infield in the 0-1. Swing and a foul at the plate. And now it's 0-2. Well, for the Dodgers, the calling card this postseason has been the starting pitching. And here tonight, Blake Snell good, not great. And it's mainly been great for the Dodgers. 0-2 now. Sheehan rocks and fires. And that's too high. A ball and 2 strikes. Muncy, Betts, Edman, and Freeman all on the edge of the artificial surface. And now come creeping in from the dirt. 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit right field. Coming in to score is Marshall. Clement will stop at third. It's an RBI single for Jimenez, and it's 5-2 Toronto.
Coming into this series, the story is get to the bullpen. The ability that they have to be able to take quality at-bats, increase the pitch count to the starting rotation, and attack the bullpen. It's pretty much a true story here in this inning.
Mark Pryor out to the mound. The two ideas, though, tie together, right? Because, yes, the bullpen is a soft spot for the Dodgers, but if they're tasked with getting 7 outs or 6 outs, it's more manageable. Tonight, they're being asked to get 12 outs.
Well, it's a huge difference. There's a reason why, you guys, Emmett Sheehan did not see games in the championship series. I mean, he struggled in those wild card games. He struggled in the division series. I mean, this is a guy who had just over a 1 ERA the last 2 months of the season. It went up to 11 in the postseason.
And this place is going bananas. Everybody on their feet at Rogers Center. Around 45,000. Infield in, bases loaded. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer to short. Betts picks it up, bobbles, throws home, and they get the force at the plate. And Clement forced out. And the bases remain loaded as Mookie Betts cuts down the run. And 1 away now. And Addison Barger will come up to hit for Davis Schneider. Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN. QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code HIGHLIGHTS. That's promo code HIGHLIGHTS. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Jim Basketball in our baseball tonight studio with today's trivia answer. Again, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dodgers looking to become the 4th National League team to win back-to-back World Series title. The question was, which was the last team to do so? It was the Big Red Machine, 75-76 Reds, the last to do so. 07-08 Cubs, 21-22 Giants, the other two. Again, trivia brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Doug Glanville, this grinded-out approach, how has it taken its toll on the defending champs?
Well, they put the ball in play, only 4 strikeouts, good contact, going the other way, just taking pieces away from the Dodgers and exploiting their questions in the bullpen.
It got Blake Snell out after 5+ frames. 5-2 Blue Jays looking for more with the sack still loaded, 1 out, bottom 6, back to Rogers Center with Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, and Boog Shambi.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. Anthony Banda against Addison Barger. And the pitch is down low, ball 1. Banda taking over here with the bases loaded and 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back.
Now, Barger is a guy that loves to swing the bat and swing it hard. Made an adjustment in the CS, moved a couple inches off the plate, and it worked for him.
Here's the pitch, and that one outside. Well, Barger has been a big part of this team's success, and he's got monster power. The pitch, swing, and a high fly ball out towards right center field, on its way. It's a grand slam. Addison Barger, and the Blue Jays have blown it open. 9-2. Wow.
He got together with his hitting coach, Popkins, and around the 3rd game of the CS, they decided, okay, move away from the plate, free yourself a little bit and be ready for the number one. Allow the adjustment to be made. Wow, what a swing and what a statement here for the Blue Jays, putting 9 on the board.
One swing of the bat. Addison Barger with a grand slam.
He gets a slider that just hung up middle in, and you're right, because he was looking more middle in, he was prepared. Normally this slider left on left will back up a hitter, jam him. Instead, he's able to get the barrel out because it was up in the zone, no doubt about it.
How about your first career at-bat in the World Series as a pinch hitter, and it's a grand slam?
Pretty cool. Barger pumped up. Blue Jay fans are pumped up. And it is 9-2 Toronto in Game 1. And now Bonda to face Guerrero. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball out into center field, and it'll fall for a hit. A little flare off the bat of Guerrero as he dunks that in. It is second hit of the night.
Just strength. Fastball in on the hands, and this is where Vlad, I mean, even just tonight, change up off the plate, gets around it, gets it into left field, gets a fastball in on the hands, finds a way to just get out into the grass in center field. Dude can hit anything right now.
Pitched there to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is cut on and missed. This inning started with a walk to Bo Bichette. And Kiner-Falefa pinch ran. The 0-1 is a little bit low. Still only one out, man at first. And the Blue Jays have scored 7 times. And the Blue Jays once again delivering with the big hit. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards left field. Kike Hernandez drifting back, settles under it, and makes the catch and quickly fires into second. And there's 2 down. And I will say this, you guys roll your eyes at me, and I'm biased with my perspective on it. But we can talk all we want about this team's ability to contact the baseball. But when they have thrived, it's because they've slugged.
Well, absolutely, it's because they have slugged. And it's interesting that a lot of people give the advantage power-wise to the Dodgers over this team. But they hunt for their pitch.
First offering to Kirk, misses down low. That, by the way, by Addison Barger, the first pinch hit postseason grand slam in history. It's crazy. Wow. Here's a swing and a high fly ball off the bat of Kirk. That's out deep to left, and it's gone! Alejandro Kirk. It's a 2-run homer, and it's all Blue Jays in Game 1, 11-2. Now this place coming unglued.
This is a statement game right now for the Toronto Blue Jays. Not a lot of people giving them a chance in this World Series, with the mighty Dodgers coming in and being able to put so far 11 on the board. It's a statement game.
Well, and the key, and as much as we talk about the slug and the home runs we're now seeing late, the key was getting Blake Snell out of this game. I mean, getting that pitch count up, the contact type mentality that allows them to be able to foul pitches off.
Here's the pitch to Varsho, popped up. Betts called off by Kike Hernandez. Oh, boy. Let me correct that, by the way, for Addison Barger, the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history. So a pop out, and that ends the inning. But the Blue Jays unload. It's 11-2 as we go to the 7th here at Rogers Center. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
I'm the real 6 guy, boy. I'm about to say it true. College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. The 7-0, third-ranked Texas A&M Aggies head to Death Valley after dark to face the 20th-ranked LSU Tigers.
It will be Saturday night in Death Valley.
There's no better environment in college football. There's a mystique that goes with a night game here.
Number 3, Texas A&M, and number 20, LSU. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ABC.
Hey, it's Greg McElroy, the Always College Football Podcast. Check out our current episode where we do our 10 takeaways from Week 7 of the college football season. Download it anywhere you get your podcasts.
Jim Basketball in our Baseball Tonight studios. The Toronto Blue Jays just hit the Los Angeles Dodgers with a 9-run sixth inning to go up 11-2. Doug Glanville, what stood out for you in their approach tonight?
Well, this is the best version of the Blue Jay offense. You're talking about making contact, refusing to strike out, going the other way, and then the power. Because they were third in baseball in slugging percentage. They were first in batting average. I mean, they can hit, but they put it in play. So you got to make the plays, and you can't make a play when the ball's going over the fence.
How much does this fuel confidence for the rest of the series for them?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, they're home. They're fueling off the energy.
Yep.
They know if they get into the bullpen, no matter how great the starter is, they have a shot. And not more than a shot. They just slapped 9 runs on the Dodgers.
He just slapped the Dodgers around. Buster Olney at Rogers Center on that David versus Goliath mentality that the Blue Jays want nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, Jesse Rogers and I polled 22 managers, coaches, executives, scouts. 21 out of 22 told us the Dodgers were going to win because they felt that was a big disparity in starting pitching. But so many of them mentioned, look, they get the starting pitchers out of the game, they can win. And that's exactly what they had happen tonight. 22 foul balls, Boog, off Blake Snell.
31 minutes is what that half inning lasted. And they score 9 times. And as we go to the 7th, it's an 11-2 Blue Jays lead. Here's Tommy Edman. He'll turn around and hit left-handed. And Braden Fisher delivers upstairs and ball 1. So Edman and a 1-0. That's outside. Tommy Edman 1 for 2 with a single, and facing this right-hander who's got some funk to him. Fisher delivers, and that's down and in. So Braden Fisher on here, changes in the outfield. Lucas takes over in left, Barger in right. Connor Falefa second for the Blue Jays. Next pitch is outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Tommy Edman. So Edman is aboard. The Dodgers down big in game 1. It's 11-2. Blue Jays, by the way, it is worth noting, coming into this game in 11 games, 6.5 runs per game. As a team collectively, they'd slugged .523. Since 1969, that's the 4th highest slug percentage for any team in a postseason that lasted 7 or more games. So, I mean, they are historically, they have been amazing. Pitch in for a strike to Pajes.
And what they've done against better pitching, I mean, that's the thing. Again, in the postseason, they kick it up a notch. I mean, when you see teams, the batting average goes down, the slug goes down. This team only gets better.
Here's 0-1. And that's a little bit high. Blue Jays 11 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers 2-5-0. Fisher delivers. And that's pop foul out of play off to the right. Andy Pajes 0 for 2, now just 3 for 37 in the postseason. The 1-2 is a little high.
Well, this is, you have to start getting the bullpen ready if you are the Blue Jays. You cannot even give the Dodgers any hope whatsoever of just getting something started.
2-2. And that is in there. Got him looking, and Pages is gone. Braden Fisher strikes him out.
Good pitch by Fisher, who was struggling to find the zone, and is able to get that.
It was still a mistake, too. I mean, this is not where he wanted to locate the slider. It was at the top of the zone, which is why I think Pages took it.
And now it's Shohei Ohtani with a man at first and one out. Fisher delivers, and that is in for a strike. Some jokes in terms of the press conferences prior to game one. Shohei Ohtani obviously was a target of the Blue Jays before he signed in December of 23 with the Dodgers. The 0-1 is upstairs, and John Schneider jokingly said, "Tell him we want our hat back." And also the dog coat for Decoy. And they asked Shohei, "What about the hat?" And he said, "It's in my garage and I'm not giving it back." The 1-1 is in for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that was when he ended up, of course, taking the trip to visit with the Blue Jays. It was not on a plane here to Toronto, but rather to Dunedin. Just saying. Painting was a gift, Todd. 1-2. Fisher delivers. Swing and a ball hammered foul down the right side.
116 miles an hour foul ball.
Yeah, he can hit it hard. There's no question about that. So far tonight he is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Man at first, one down. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back on its way, and that one is gone. Home run, Shohei Ohtani, as he sprints around the bases. And the Dodgers now trail it 11-4. Ohtani, a two-run homer, a towering blast over the right field wall. And that's his 6th homer of these playoffs.
After hitting 116 down the line, gets a breaking ball down, just absolutely annihilates it. And this is when Shohei can shine. And big leads, big difference right here. Not a lot of pressure.
First one to Mookie Betts is in for a strike.
And with Shohei, he saw that curveball called.
Blue Jays in this one have gotten homers from Varsho, Barger, and Kirk. The 1-2. Check swing and a pitch down low. He went. Struck him out. Mark Wegner rings him up. And Betts is gone, and there's 2 away. And the batter now will be Braden Fisher. Jays have Chris Bassett warming. Here's Freddie Freeman now. The pitch. And that's fouled into the mitt of Kirk. Braden Fisher with Freeman at the plate. Freddie's 0 for 2. And a swing and a miss. Freddie Freeman, so far in these playoffs coming in, just .231, only 1 homer, and he's only knocked in a single run. The 0-2. Swinging a foul out of play to the left.
Yeah, but when it really counts, that's not a guy you want at the plate. Pressure's on. It's Freddie Freeman who you want to have that bat, 231 or not.
The 0-2. Check swing, and that one inside. Now they appeal to third. Didn't go. That's Alan Porter down there at third. Well, this one has turned all Blue Jays. The big hit, the pinch hit grand slam from Addison Barger. The 1-2 hit in the air. Out to right field. Barger drifting to his right, settles under it, and he makes a one-handed catch. Freeman is out, and the inning is over. Ohtani goes deep. The Dodgers get 2 runs back midway in the 7th. Time to stretch in game 1. And the Blue Jays 11 and the Dodgers 4. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
The Rich Eisen Show.
The Giants, there's reason to be excited to watch this team. There's reason for it, okay? Enjoy that. Enjoy that, because the co-tenants are taking impressionable young children.
I hate this team.
And making them stare into the abyss about why they even exist on the planet.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays from noon to 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN Plus.
Highlights. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The best mornings start with Wrangler. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto, John Chambi, Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney with you inside Rogers Center. This one is all Blue Jays. It is 11-4. Reminder, Game 2 of the World Series presented by Capital One comes your way tomorrow at 7 Eastern on Fox and ESPN Radio. And the new pitcher, Justin Robleski, will take over the pitch. And that is in for a strike. So a lefty on here. Robleski making his first postseason appearance. And that one is cut on and foul tipped into the mitt of Will Smith, 0-2. How about this for the Blue Jays tonight? They have 13 hits and 12 swing and misses. Next offering is fouled away to the right.
It's so impressive, and honestly, it's a big reason why they've got the run production they do, is being able to foul pitches off, get to counts where they can drive the baseball, and ultimately getting Blake Snell out of the game, getting into this bullpen.
There's the 0-2. Swing and a fly ball center field. Pages started in, now back under, and it makes the catch.
And I know a big point of discussion, obviously is going to be, how long starting pitching is going to continue to feel that pressure, because it just got increased a whole heck of a lot for the Dodgers. And on the flip side for the Blue Jays, the bullpen has looked good. I know just the 2-run shot to Ohtani.
Lucas swings and fouls one back, and the count 0-1.
But it was battle to get to the bullpens. The Dodgers actually won that battle, but it was the Blue Jays that actually maximized against the bullpen.
The 0-1. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Muncy charges, Fields fires, and gets Lucas.
And you go back to that bottom of the 6th inning, there were 2 at-bats that were huge coming off the bench. Lucas, who just made this out right now, walked on an 9-pitch at-bat, and then you look at the grand slam. Big off the bench. Those guys were ready.
First offering to Andres Jimenez, and that misses too high for a ball. Blue Jays scoring 9 runs in the 6th. Next pitch, check swing on a ball, and appeal to third. He did not go. 2-0. The 2-0, and Jimenez takes high. The last team to score 9 runs in an inning in the World Series, the Tigers in 1968. They did it scoring 10 times against the Cardinals. Here's the pitch, and that's in for a strike. Three and 1, the pitch. Swing and a foul back our way, and that's out of play. Two outs, base is clear. And here in the bottom of the 7th, it's all Blue Jays leading 11-4. Next pitch fouled back. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. And now 3-2. Blue Jays this season, they won 94 games. They won one more than the Dodgers, and thus home field in the World Series. 3-2. Swing and a ground ball to the right side. Edman shuffles to his right. Fields throws to first. Jimenez is out. And 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Well, we go to the top of the 8th inning here in Toronto, and the Blue Jays 11, the Dodgers 4. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
The Alabama fans, after week 1, they wanted the Bull fired, they wanted the OC, the DC. Some of them wanted to fire Big Al.
Paul Feinbaum, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and the SEC network.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
Nuno thinks he could be a detective.
I've watched enough of these Law & Order, FBIs, that I think I could probably solve a murder.
Is it insulting? I think it is to FBI agents.
Very insulting.
I'm very confident in my skills to solve a crime, too, Nuno. Together, we could really take down some bad guys.
Yeah, I'll stay out of that and say I'm not capable.
I don't want y'all trying to solve any crime where I'm the victim. I need real professionals to do it.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday morning starting at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
October baseball is here, which means the MLB stage is bigger, the lights brighter, and your style, it's gotta rise with it. From fresh jerseys and iconic caps to hoodies, jackets, and must-have accessories, every postseason fit tells a story, because October baseball isn't just play, it's what you live, it's what you wear, it's showing off and showing out. So this October, go big, go bold. Rep your squad's postseason moment at MLBshop.com. MLB trademarks used with permission.
8 years ago, I blew my football career.
He dropped it at the 1-yard line.
Chad Powers has arrived on Hulu.
If I can't play as Russ, I'll play as someone else.
My name's Chad.
And last name?
From executive producers Eli and Peyton Manning.
Remember, you're wearing a prosthetic mask? This is acting.
And starring Glenn Powell.
He thinks you're a rubber, you tell him.
Not rubber. I'm a man made of flesh.
The Hulu original series, Chad Powers, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. New episodes Tuesdays.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back inside Rogers Center, Chris Bassett will take over. So the veteran right-hander on in relief. So Bassett, as we go to the 8th, will face Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Max Muncy. All Blue Jays in this one, 11-4. Bassett, the veteran right-hander, made 31 starts this year for the Blue Jays, a 3.96 ERA. And a pitch. And that's in for a strike. Bassett so far in the postseason, 2 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. The pitch, swinging a foul out of play off to the right. Right-hander ready. The 0-2 is outside and high. Blue Jays leading 11-4 here in game 1. And Bassett delivers to Smith. And that one is tapped softly towards first. Guerrero picks it up, steps on the bag, and Smith is out.
Chris Bassett immediately coming in and getting ahead of the first hitter he faces. Being able to get that out on 4 pitches.
So 1 away now, and it'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 3. And I think we just had Andres Jimenez needing a new pitch comp. So one of the bat boys came out, delivered that. It's usually the middle infield guys, along with the catcher and the first baseman with it. Sometimes the center fielder. First offering to Hernandez is in for a strike.
I think the biggest thing for the Dodgers right now is they've only got 6 hits in this game, and bullpen has not been dominant.
Next pitch cut on and missed.
But the Dodgers have done a whole lot of that, and that's the difference. This Blue Jays team, this Dodgers offense, is a lot more chase outside the zone, a lot more swing and miss. Not working counts.
Bassett pushes the button on his hit. Now he's ready. Here's the 0-2. And that's too high. Now Teoscar Hernandez was wrapped into the fielder's choice, grounded to second, and struck out looking. Blue Jays lead 11-4. The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Foul. And that one off to the right and out of play. So Bassett back on top of that rubber. Here's the pitch. And that one is inside. And now it's 2-2. Teoscar Hernandez, right-hand hitter, waits. Bassett deals. And that one is down low.
Good job by Teoscar. Starts off the count 0-2 and has been able to work it to a 3-2 count.
Bassett ready to work. 1 out, base is empty. And a 3-2 pitch to Hernandez. And that is low for ball 4. So a 1-out walk. And the Dodgers with a man aboard. And it'll bring up Max Muncy. Muncy 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout. And he's popped out foul to third. Now the bottom of the sixth, the big inning in this one. The pitch. And Muncy takes a strike. Blue Jays scoring 9 times. And the big blast, Addison Barger, a pinch hit grand slam. Man at first, the 0-1, and Muncy takes high.
And the Blue Jays only 4 strikeouts, but they didn't have a strikeout past the 4th inning. And once Blake Snell came out of the game, it was a different story of at-bats. And for this Dodger team, they've got 10 Ks.
Here comes a 1-1. And that's in for a strike. Now, Max Muncy this year, one of the changes for him, he ended up getting glasses at the end of April. He played 100 games this year due to injury. Still got big power, good eye. The 1-2. Swing and a foul straight back.
He's also still not 100% healthy. You talked about Tommy Edman, the ankle injury, and Max Muncy still battling an injury. I'd say he's probably about 80%.
Yeah, they've never really specified. It's basically like a lower half injury, kind of hip flexor-ish. The 1-2. And that's a little high. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Alejandro Kirk trying to steal that pitch right there to see if Will Little would have called it or not on the top part of the zone. Surprised that Varland right now warming up in the pen for the Blue Jays.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Muncy is gone.
11 strikeout this game for the Dodgers. And this is a breaking ball down below the zone. The Blue Jays have done a really good job just mixing pitches, but also getting that chase, getting pitches that look like strikes, ultimately are balls, and that's where the Dodgers have swung and missed on a lot of pitches outside the zone.
Kike Hernandez down with 2 down. And a man at first, 11-4 Blue Jays. And a first offering from Bassett in for a strike. Kike got the scoring started in this game. An RBI single way back in the second. That was many moons ago. Now a and no errors for the Dodgers, 4-6-0. And the pitch. And it's tapped foul at the plate. So Kike Hernandez in a 1-2 hole. 2 outs. And a man at first. Edman would be next if he can reach. Next pitch, cut out and miss. Struck him out. Bassett is fired up. He screams and pumps his fist as he leaves the mound. And Kike Hernandez gone on strikes. We're midway here in inning number 8. And it's the Blue Jays 11, the Dodgers 4. This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Exclusively on ESPN, UFC 321 this Saturday. At a special time of 2 p.m. Eastern, the heavyweight championship is on the line as reigning champion Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall, the UFC heavyweight champion,
defends his belt against dangerous contender Cyril Gane.
This man's absolutely terrifying.
UFC 321, Saturday at a special time of 2 p.m. Eastern. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills travel to Charlotte to face the Panthers, who are 3-0 at home this season.
Fakes to the left, Allen flush to the right, wants to run for it, has the first down, 20, 15, 10, 5, still on his feet, and rockets into the end zone. What a rushing touchdown for Josh Allen.
The Bills at the Panthers. Coverage begins Sunday at noon Eastern, with kickoff at 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto, Will Klein will take over. Right here, we'll pause 10 seconds. Station ID. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Will Klein takes over, delivers to George Springer, who swings and fouls one back. Had a big swing from Springer, who, remember that right knee, he was plunked in Game 5 of the LCS, the 01, is in the dirt. It was a Brian Wu that hit him. He ended up having to come out of the game. Supposedly, Dave Popkins said to him, to Springer, "You're going to have your Kirk Gibson moment." And he did. Next pitch cut on and missed. And now the count is 1-2. Now Springer here in this one is 2 for 4. The pitch. Swing and a foul out of play off to the right.
Just gives you big at-bats and big moments, is able to zero in. 22 career postseason home runs, and he hit 5 home runs in the World Series in 2017 against the Dodgers.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left center field. Kike Hernandez makes the catch. And there's one away. Yeah, George Springer tonight playing in his 79th career postseason game.
1,400 OPS when they beat the Dodgers. The World Series MVP. I mean, the numbers that he's put up on this stage and continues to grow.
Here's Addison Barger now. Klein fires. And that's in for a strike. Will Klein, who was added to the roster and getting a chance to pitch in the postseason for the first time. And his first appearance right here. Next offering, swing and a ground ball, base hit into left field off the bat of Addison Barger. That's a pretty good night. Pinch hit grand slam and a single, 2 for 2.
That'll work. Coming off the bench? Kidding me?
It's swinging at the curveball. I mean, get a breaking ball down the bottom of the zone after the grand slam.
And going the other way with it on the ground.
Here's Guerrero now with 1 out and a man at first. And the pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Will Klein hasn't pitched in over a month, and now he's facing the top of this Blue Jays order.
The 0-1. Fouled off at the plate. Klein this year with the Dodgers, 14 appearances, a 2.35 ERA out of the pen.
He's got great fastball velocity, good stuff. Has a hard time throwing strikes. Need another right-handed pitcher. Face all these big righties for the Blue Jays.
Here's the 0-2. And that's in the dirt.
How about this? It's the first time that Vladdy is able to hit with a runner on base. You told me that they would score 11 runs. And in the 8th inning, Vladdy now at least has a runner at first.
Guerrero back in. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball center field out towards right center. Pages to his left makes the call and the catch. And Guerrero is out. So 2 away with a man at first. And it'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Remember that explosion in the 6th inning? It started with a walk by Blake Snell to Bo Bichette. And he was immediately pinch run for by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And ultimately the floodgates open. They'd score 9 runs in that inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul out of play off to the right.
But that a bat, Boog. I mean, we can talk about the grand slam. That's definitely what will be talked about to capitalize exclamation point on that inning. But ultimately it was that walk. Perfect example of this Blue Jays offense and what they've done in this game.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul straight back.
And there's been times they've been down 0-2. They've worked the count back to full, gotten the walk, but it's like a 7-pitch, 8-pitch at bat.
Yeah, it's been really, really impressive. And Eddie, you've seen it most of this postseason. I know that you've rented an apartment here in Toronto.
Hey.
The 0-2 is hit in the air softly out towards left center. Kike Hernandez makes the catch, racing in towards the infield, and that is out number 3. Well, we'll head to the 9th here in Game 1. It is all Blue Jays. 11-4. They lead it over the Dodgers in Game 1. You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code HIGHLIGHTS. That's promo code HIGHLIGHTS. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto-renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Saturday, tune into SEC Network for a full day of SEC football coverage, starting at 9 a.m. with Marty and McGee and SEC Nation. Then, it's an SEC afternoon doubleheader, followed by SEC Saturday night under the lights. Later, break down the day's action with SEC football final postgame. All-day SEC football coverage begins Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern on SEC Network and stream on the all-new ESPN app.
The Fantasy Focus Football Podcast.
DJ Turner, who kind of quietly has emerged as a every week shadow corner, but he has shadowed Travis Hunter. He had 5 points. Justin Jefferson, 12.5. So he did a nice job there.
Check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. Coming up Monday, we look ahead to the Chiefs hosting an undermanned Commanders team. Plus, Damian Woody joins us in studio at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
You're listening to the 2025 World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Back here in Toronto, and a reminder, don't miss Dodgers-Blue Jays Game 2 of the World Series, presented by Capital One. It's tomorrow, 7 Eastern on Fox and ESPN Radio. And a new pitcher will be the lefty Eric Lauer. So Lauer takes over. And here's Tommy Edman, who will hit right-handed. The lefty delivers. Swing and a ball popped up. Foul and back of the plate. Kirk has room, tosses the mask and makes the catch. So one away, and it'll bring up Andy Pages. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball in for a strike.
Are you guys surprised that the Dodgers only have 6 hits up until this point here in the 9th inning? Is that a surprise to either one of you?
No, with the layoff and the way that the bullpen for the Blue Jays has been.
The 0-1 is upstairs and inside, ball and a strike.
Not a surprise. And we've seen the record of teams that go 7 and the other teams that do not. They sweep. They struggle. They struggle coming back into the World Series and being able to win it. None have.
The 1-1. And that one is inside.
Well, and an underlying storyline throughout this postseason has been that the Dodgers offense has not shown up. I mean, starting pitching has been the story, has not given up a ton of runs, so the Dodgers have not had to score a lot of runs.
The 2-1 is lined into right field, charging Barger, and he makes the catch. Pages is out, and the Dodgers down to their final out. To Jessica's point, this is a Dodger offense that was second only to the Yankees in the majors in runs per game, second only to the Yankees in homers hit. They were second only to the Yankees in slugging, 5th in the majors in on-base percentage. It's a really good offense. Ohtani here tonight with a 2-run homer his last time, but he's 1 out of 4. 11-4 our score in the 9th. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Lauer gets him to miss upstairs. 11 runs, 14 hits, and no errors for the Jays. 4-6-0 for the Dodgers. Top 9, 2 outs, bases clear. The pitch is outside and low. I'll tell you, one of the other components to this game here tonight, the Blue Jays are going to get out of here with a win, and in a game that Trey Savage was not particularly sharp. The 1-1 is outside and low.
He wasn't sharp, but he was able to at least navigate through those first 4 innings and finishing up on a high note.
The 2-1 is a breaking ball low. The fans right now, about 45,000 of them, they're chanting, "We don't need you." You guys chant that at me a lot of times. But as they chant that at Shohei Ohtani, "We don't need you," as they were spurned as he signed at free agency by the Dodgers. The 3-1 is a little bit high and outside, and that is ball 4. And Ohtani needs to get down to first base. So with 2 outs and a man aboard here in the 9th, Blue Jays in control in game 1. It's 11-4. And the batter will be Mookie Betts. Lauer deals. And there's a strike. Mookie here tonight is 1 for 3. A ground out, a walk, and a run scored. He has singled and he has struck out. Here's the 0-1. Nope. Snap throw to first, and they almost picked Ohtani off. And Guerrero is pointing at the dugout and saying, you guys might want to look at it. John Schneider turning around and saying, what do you got? They're going to look at it. Is this game about to end on an overturned call at first base? We look at the replay, and I think I'm not sure.
It looks like he's safe.
That was Mark Wegner down to the field saying that they will be looking at it. I think he's safe.
I'll tell you this, though. The fans are going to have some fun right now because they're all standing right now in anticipation.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine that this game did end on a pickoff of Shohei Ohtani after they said, we don't need you?
An overturned pickoff. Yeah. And they just showed a close-up of the replay with him diving back in.
I don't know if there's enough to overturn.
Yeah, I think he got his hand back in there. Now, again, the thing that you have to point out is that back in New York, they have the ability to do this thing called the mosaic, where they can take multiple angles and match them up.
On the field stand. The runner is safe. The runner has 1 stand.
So Mark Wegner letting you know the call on the field stands, and the Jays with 1 challenge left. And Ohtani, they just showed him over there at first base giggling just a touch. So 0-1 with Betts at the plate. Mookie will climb back in and face the lefty. 11-4 Blue Jays. We're in the ninth. Here's the 0-1. Yeah, that's outside and high. That's a slightly open stance on that right side. The 8-time All-Star and MVP in 2018. The pitch. Swing and a ball pop foul. That's out of play off to the right. So 1-2, the Dodgers down to their final strike. Lauer sets. Delivers to Betts. And that's too high. It'll be Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Kevin Gausman in game 2.
Imagine what Yamamoto, too, is seeing from this game. The message that is clearly sent. Length is everything for this Dodgers team.
Betts back in. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a liner foul down the left side, and that'll curl out of play. So Ohtani at first. We're in the ninth. And 2 outs. Betts back in, awaiting a 2-2 from Eric Lauer. And the pitch. Swing and a pop foul. That's back and out of play. Dodgers on their jersey on that right sleeve wearing a 34 to honor Fernando Valenzuela, who died 2 days ago, a year ago. And they honor their lefty. The 2-2 cut out and missed, struck him out. And that's the ball game. Game 1 belongs to the Blue Jays. Barger with the pinch hit grand slam. They go deep. Varsho and Kirk and Barger. And Toronto takes game 1, 11 for the final.
Statement game for the Toronto Blue Jays. They fall behind 2-0. And then it was the offense that woke up. They woke up via the power, being able to wear down Blake Snell, not getting through the 6th inning. And because of that, the Toronto Blue Jays have been able to get up on this game and this World Series 1-0.
Neither starting pitcher went long. I mean, I felt like that was going to be the game. All right, who gets to the bullpen first? Well, it was actually the Dodgers getting to the Blue Jays bullpen, but you tip your hat, you give credit to the fact that the Blue Jays bullpen, yes, they weren't getting the same exact results that you would think, but the fact that they still got strikeouts, still got swing and miss. And for the Blue Jays, they battled contact, foul balls, getting into those counts where then they finally drive the baseball.
I will say this, though. If it becomes a bullpen mano-a-mano, I think this is where the advantage definitely in this series would go to Toronto. The starting pitching for the Dodgers has to show up just like they did in the wild card, in the DS, and the CS.
Eddie, I thought your point as it relates to the foul balls, I mean, that's part of the reason why Snell wasn't able to complete 6 innings and he threw 100 pitches.
Yeah, 22 foul balls, 39 total foul balls for the Toronto Blue Jays compared to the 20 that the Dodgers were able to hit.
Let's send it downstairs and Buster Olney.
Vladdy, how big was it for you guys to get off this kind of start in game 1?
I mean, thank God we win the first one, but to us it's one game at a time. We flushed this one and we come tomorrow and try to win tomorrow.
You face an accomplished pitcher in Blake Snell, 100 pitches, got through only 5 innings, 22 foul balls. What do you think your at-bats against him?
I mean, it's great at-bat. You know, that's what we do, man. We battle. We believe in everybody behind us, and I feel so proud, man, to win the first game in the World Series here.
The Dodgers took the lead in this game, 2-0, and then Dalton Varsho with a 2-run homer. In that moment, how important was that?
I mean, it's really important. You know, like I said, we believe in everybody in here. Everybody knows what we have to do to win some games, and I feel so proud with this team, man. I feel so good to be part of this team right now.
You guys came into the World Series big underdogs. How much have you talked about that amongst yourselves and use it?
I mean, you know, that's everything got different fans, you know, and to us, it's like I said, we play today and we flush, and tomorrow we're trying to come again and win.
Play in the 9th inning, looked like he might have picked off Ohtani. What was going through your mind?
I point to the dugout and I say do not challenge because I know he put the hand before I tie him, but they trying to get the chop, and you know, we're trying to make it out, the last out, no matter what happens.
Vladdy, thanks. Back to you.
All right, Buster, thanks very much. Vladdy, thank you. The Blue Jays take game 1. They win it 11-4. And the guy that had the biggest hit of the night off the bench, the first World Series pinch hit grand slam in history, Addison Barger. Here's Buster.
Addison, the first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history. What do you think?
It's pretty surreal. I mean, right now it's kind of just an amazing moment for the team and for me. Yeah, I don't know how to feel right now.
Tell me what that was like to play in a World Series.
I mean, it's a dream come true, like everybody says, and but just trying to stay, like, you know, cool and calm, but, you know, not freak out on this big stage like it is. But, you know, I was just super excited that we got the dub.
You guys faced a 2-time Cy Young Award winner in Blake Snell, 100 pitches over 5 innings, 22 foul balls. What do you think your at-bats against?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a testament to the kind of team we have. That's kind of the stuff we've been doing all year. You know, we might not score up every pitch he throws, but we're going to work some at-bats and put the ball in play, and, you know, ultimately got him out of the game pretty early.
As you know, they're the defending champions. You guys come in as big underdogs. How much have you guys talked about that amongst yourselves?
We don't talk about that at all, to be honest with you. We just go out and play our game.
Addison, thanks. Back to you.
All right, Buster, Addison, thank you so much. And the Blue Jays win it here, and they get homers from Varsho, from Kirk, and from Barger, and they win game 1. And now, worth noting that this postseason, if you out-homer your opponent, you're 25-5 thus far. So, I mean, this offense is something else. That combo of contact and slug is really impressive.
It's scary. It really is, because they wear you down and they force you into the zone. And then when you think that you have a swing and miss pitch and they foul it off, you tend to sort of lose your confidence with that pitch, and you try to be perfect, and that's when you make those mistakes. And the Toronto Blue Jays capitalize on it big time.
Being able to get to those positions, I mean, that's the biggest thing, the depth of this lineup. Even coming into this, they're 5 through 9 hitters throughout the postseason. And think about Varsho, you think about Alejandro Kirk. These aren't the big names within this lineup, but they were the big difference makers to get to the big hits.
Again, our final 11 for the Blue Jays take game 1. For Jessica Mendoza, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney, producer Rob Kelly, and engineer Jack Hicks, I'm John Chompy from Toronto. Now we send it to Jim Basketball in the studio with the postgame show.
All right.